can have anything you want as long as it's a Corona on Bad Movies Rule, the worst movie podcast ever recorded. And today, we're heading out to the desert to drag race in the race wars. We got Fast and the Furious on the block. Get to the starting lines. It's time to go!
That's got to be the longest one.
It is.
I've ever heard.
I'm hyped, man.
Woo!
I know.
Damn.
I'm freaking hyped.
Since you were the first one to get in and start talking on the microphone again, you got to say grace.
Oh, dude.
You reached in.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Dear Heavenly Spirit, thank you for...
Take your hat off.
I can't take my headphones off. Frayed starter cables, the injection dual carburetor manifold injectors.
Close enough.
And
Blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid.
Yep.
And the new Z Turbo X Series
radial tire.
rocket mounts.
Yeah,
those
perfect.
two. Yeah.
Perfect. Nailed
Thank
it.
you for all of those.
Nailed it. 100%.
That's all my car knowledge.
Amen.
We got it all.
I don't know anything else other than I'm very excited to be here. I feel like I'm just wired today, so this is going to be good. I've got the dirt farmer Clint Busch. Of course,
you got to be here.
Yes.
Right. Fresh off of farming some dirt.
And racing some cars.
Yes.
Today?
Racing some cars today. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So you're right in there.
I'm ready.
In the
yeah,
zone.
I'm ready.
Awesome.
I watched this movie and it's like, I didn't need to watch this movie. It was in my head. It played along 5 seconds before it came on the screen the whole way.
Do you guys sell little tiny NOS canisters for your RC cars? That would be so sick, dude.
No, I mean, they do. They absolutely have them. Like,
oh, do they really?
Yeah, absolutely. You can get scaled anything. They make it for sure. We don't have it in the store.
They got their remote and they just go bink and hit the button.
It doesn't work. I mean, I'm sure you could spray a nitro or a
gotta have that
gasser. It would work.
All right.
Probably would.
Fair enough.
I mean, there's no reason not to. It's chemistry.
We've got the machine punter, Curt Mummer, here also. How are you, sir?
How are you guys
Come
today?
in, man. I know you've got, I mean, not the car insight.
No.
But you do know what it is to be a tight, like a tiger party boy from the early 2000s.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
That's where I was at.
That's what I'm saying.
You know it.
It was Curt and all the whores.
Yep.
All of them.
Yeah, drinking the beers.
Yeah.
And my tight Dago tee.
Wearing a
But then I had a neckerchief. And then I had the mesh tank top over the top. Yeah.
I thought
I
you were
rock
more
that.
of a Michelle Rodriguez type of character.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did have
For
those
me,
boots.
I was gonna say.
It's true.
Yeah.
With the flames on them.
One of the most amazing things this movie accomplished was making her not look like a dude.
Yeah.
It was great. I think this might be, well, look, every time I see Michelle Rodriguez, okay, the best they've ever done.
Yes,
okay,
sure.
That's what I'm saying.
The later ones did better, I think.
Yeah, all right, maybe. Joe,
Oh, hey.
the mad genius,
my turn.
Big Thumbs McGee, back at the table again.
the
How's it going, man?
No, I don't.
Mad Thumbs McGee.
I don't.
right.
Whoa.
That's right. Big weenus.
Okay.
Trying to put genius and, okay, anyway.
Thumbs together.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. This is how bad nicknames start, guys.
that's right. Thweemus,
All
I think it would be.
Thweemus. The Mad Thweemus.
Thumb weenuses. Just a couple of thumb
right.
weenuses.
Panth or no panth. I'm
Careful
going
when you
swimming.
It's cold outside.
Close out. Welcome, man.
Hey, how's it going?
I've never seen you race a car, but I've seen you drive one and destroy it.
Yes, I would race it into other cars.
Right.
If
Demo
that
derbies.
makes things.
That counts.
There was a lot of that in this movie.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There was.
So I'm excited. We've specifically curated this host panel specifically for this movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So hopefully you guys don't make a fool out of
We
me.
did a test run of this panel
Okay.
in like week 4. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's been about a year and a half since this specific panel has been together.
It has. It has.
one of-
It's been a while.
4 out of
This
the
is
original,
Gymkhana.
the original 6 here.
Yeah.
I was going to say this is the Gymkhana crew.
Wow. How about
Now I want to watch assless chap monks.
Samurai
Yeah.
Cop.
And just the spinning
right.
guy kicking Osama
Freaking
bin
random
Laden.
arrow.
Oh, so it hasn't been a year. So Samurai Cop.
Samurai Cop was, I
Samurai
think, our
Cop,
last
yeah.
one to go.
Okay, nice.
With Mueller at the kids' table.
Well, thank you all for listening. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to give you the vitals, tell you why this movie. Some of you are probably sitting here right now going, "Why they start doing good movies on Bad Movies Rule?"
I know.
We've had a run of some here, and even into February, we've got a lot more coming. But it's if the critics, stuck their thumb up their butt. and this is how we end up here.
This is how it's here. Yeah.
We're just going to get into this thing right now. So we got The Fast and the Furious from 2001.
All right.
Directed by Rob Cohen. Written by Ken Lee, Gary Scott Thompson, and Eric Burnquist. Starring, now this cast. Now, I was surprised because I hadn't gone back to the original in a long time.
Right.
I was like, where's the rest of the crew that's in all of these movies?
Yes.
Almost none of them are in this movie.
No.
Right.
No.
Right? You've got Vin Diesel, you got Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, Letty, obviously, Mia Toretto, Jordana Brewster, and then a bunch of people that don't kind of stick around for a long time. Unless I'm wrong. I don't remember the rest of them. But
You mean Ja Rule didn't stick around?
No.
Edwin, don't you talk about Edwin.
One of the things
Edwin should have been in all 10 movies.
He becomes ludicrous.
Come on.
I think the series is improved if you get rid of Ludacris, throw Tyrese Gibson in there, and just keep Ja Rule the whole time.
Nah, man.
Monica!
So good.
Ja Rule back for the first time since we did, what was that, Half Past Dead?
I was going to say.
Yeah. He was just getting shot across the parking lot.
The Ja Rule missile?
That's right.
We
That's
almost got to see the Ja Rule missile in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah, but she turned him down.
Yeah.
So, movie currently sits at a 6.8.
Okay.
That's pretty high.
6.8. Yeah, it's pretty
on
high.
IMDb for our stuff, right? But then you journey over here to Rotten Tomatoes.
No, Rotten Tomatoes.
Popular with the audience, 74%.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then right over here, the critic score is rotten at
There it is.
55%.
Yeah. What
The
a bunch.
critics, and general consensus says, sleek and shiny on the surface. It recalls those cheesy teenage exploitation flicks of the 50s. So sounds like they're just saying it's
That sounds like it's awesome.
all
Yeah.
all surface and no depth. What? Fast and the Furious
Oh,
has
come
no
on.
depth to it?
Come on.
The depth gauge was set properly on those
There's
tires.
such rich subtext
Right.
in all of these scenes.
All of them.
Just down to the core. Just
Love story.
Listen,
the layers of
There's
story.
making out.
back when I was in acting class and we would get to do scenes or monologues, if I could go back then and do the scene where him and Toretto are yelling at each other with guns in their hands, that might be the deepest, on an intellectual level, scene that we've ever covered on.
Shehorn would have sent you right to Hollywood.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He would have punched my ticket right then and there.
Go.
What are you doing?
You gotta
finishing
get
high
outta
school?
here.
You got to get on the bus right now, man.
Like, what are you even doing here?
Drop out.
Just drop out.
I was this close. I was
Yeah.
this close to Shehorn saying drop out
And you would have been there.
For
Yeah.
reasons.
for different reasons. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Other than that.
But yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know what you should be doing, though? People at home, work, cars, wherever you're at right now, you should be listening to Bad Movies. Oh, wait, you are listening
Oh
to
my
Bad
gosh.
Movies
Thank you.
Rule. Because that means you're doing what you should be doing. Yeah. What's it?
Check that
tell
off
me.
your list.
Tell me, people, what is it like to know that you're doing exactly what you should be right now?
You are in the right now. Everybody who's not listening
That's right.
is wrong.
So good for you, I guess. All right. You're
feels
winning
like-
at life.
God, it feels like politics.
A little bit. Does it?
With that mentality.
Well, if you want more BMR, like you're like, I know, James, I'm already listening to the show, but I gotta have more. I don't know what to tell you. Call a therapist.
But then after that,
After that,
Come
We
back.
have options.
come
Yeah.
back. Patreon.com/badmoviesrule. There's
Yeah.
all kinds of other content on there. We just got some stuff dropping. We've got Twister coming out on Good Movies Rule only on Patreon. We got the Terminator coming up after that.
yes.
So all kinds of
Yeah.
good stuff happening. And also, if you want to reach out to the show, our email address is thisshowIstrash@gmail.com. Or you can call us 262-757-8567. We're going to be recording a mailbag here in a couple days. So it's been about a month and a half. We got a decent build up here. I used to do them more often. I think we're going to try and get back to that. But if you want to reach out, have your stuff answered on the air, we will try and do that for you if it's good. I mean, if you send us a dumb message, it's probably not going to make
Yeah.
it. So
Probably won't make
make it good. Make it funny.
Hi, James.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bob sucks. Bye. Right.
Actually,
Yeah,
that one will get in.
That one probably make it. Yeah, yeah.
Probably get in. You're right. All right, guys. How about we do this? Let's pay some bills.
All right. Wow. That was rough. That was hard.
Hard day's work.
Man,
Backbreaking work.
I tell you, paying those bills.
And he
not
knows
easy
he
anymore.
shovels garbage or dirt.
I know.
Whoa.
Not, yeah.
Yes.
My thumbs
that too.
got a double workout on that.
I know, man. They're even more swole.
I think you got a show coming on Patreon with your thumbs, right?
Oh.
Where you're crocheting little sweaters
Yeah.
for them.
Really?
Yeah, I believe you're like running them through doll houses and being like, "Hi, how are you, honey?" And they like thumb kiss.
He talked about it. Yeah.
Like thumb wars.
great.
Yeah,
But like
Like
Barbie
robot
style?
jocks, but you put them on your thumbs and then they fight each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could get endorsements for each of your fingers. Like,
Ooh, good call.
tonight it's Miller Lite versus Bud Light, and
And then they just battle it out.
battle it out.
And Miller Lite just beats this tar up.
Exactly.
Terrible idea.
We got a movie we can talk about if you want.
Oh,
to do that.
please.
Please, I was going
Should
to
we do
say,
that?
you know.
All right.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
2001 is the year, and we're on a dock with all kinds of docking things moving around.
With a lot of
Loading the
voiceover.
VCRs in the truck.
Again, classic.
Yeah.
Classic tropey.
Oh, just like Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
And Armed and Dangerous.
Yeah.
Just people stealing DVD players and TVs and electronics.
Bro, it was the TVs with the VHS slots in the television.
The
Love
best.
those. We got DVD players in there. Everything was Panasonic.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Well, they paid.
Just getting load up. And then the trucker dock guy, I guess, like calls somebody on the phone. We don't know who it is. And like,
Nope.
He goes, I got a real money load coming your way. I was like, and I just, after seeing
wait.
what is in there, I'm like, what are we talking about here? $700? Like, come on, man.
The semi's worth more.
You can't even throw that stuff out at the curb anymore.
No,
they
you
won't even
can't.
take it.
No.
Garbage man's like, nope.
Nope.
I got a real money load. Don't use it. And he goes, like, don't forget my share. I'm like, $15? Is that what your share is? Bro, there was Panasonic like V8 VCRs.
You know how much this walkie-talkie costs?
In 2001, it's not like an 85 VCR.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Truckload of them, though, still, you
okay.
know. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how you can
fine.
fence those for.
$1,000.
Sure.
He's
At least.
$1,000.
He's getting $30 off.
this isn't like a semi-truck full of ramen, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Truck, he's like, look for the word Rogers on the side. Truck takes off. You're like, all right.
500 trucks named Rogers. driving
I was going to say,
What we don't see is they robbed 17 other trucks before. We
I got the wrong truck.
got the wrong.
Ah, dang it.
In the back, you can see them
Rogers,
lined up.
Richardson. Richardson got robbed. Was it Rogers or Richardson, guys?
Richardson, I was way
I
off.
was way off.
I don't know. Was it Vince's responsibility to remember the name on the back? Because if it was, then they probably got it wrong.
Yeah.
Dude, spoilers, bro.
Because I don't think Vince knows how to talk. Spoilers for what?
These people don't know who did it yet. We got to tell them still.
Come on. Yeah.
All right, fine.
Slow down. Slow down.
Unknown crew of drivers roll
Precision-
up on
precision
drivers
And
With green
matching
lights.
Honda Civics
Oh,
with blue underglow.
the glowiest
Green
green,
underglow?
yes,
Green
the
underglow.
glowiest green.
Yeah.
Looked like they were floating. Were you ever into that? I always thought it was the coolest thing when I saw it on.
I wanted underglow on my car, and my dad tanned my ass for that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Why?
Oh, A, it was illegal, right? You
I'm
couldn't-
colorblind, and that makes me jealous. And I'm
No son of mine is going to have underglow on their car.
that's right.
That's probably about right. That's
Are you
not-
making fun of me with that color?
You were there. You guys were there.
My Pinto had
back.
underglow, my 1977 Ford Pinto.
Did it have underglow on
Yeah,
a
well,
Pinto?
it was rotted through and the sunlight through the windows came
Oh,
in. But,
wow.
you know, you still saw it underneath.
the moonlight?
I had a car with underglow in the engine compartment, and it just got hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
There was flames shooting out.
I remember
Daryl
that.
Scott. That happened to Daryl Scott too, actually.
That's not underglow. You're just car on fire.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, yeah. I remember the Pinto. You're like, you get under the car and you can see the
Daylight,
rust
yeah.
on the roof.
Yeah. You could.
That was good times.
These precision drivers roll up. They pull in front on all sides of this semi, who's doing a great job keeping it right in the lane.
I was going to say,
He's just driving.
tracking it right down the
doesn't even
middle, not hitting
Minding
the
his own
brakes.
business.
He's just
He's like, hey, look, get a load of these Jaguars.
Right. Bro, who's definitely not Vince, stands up through the skylight in the
Pulls the window out of the front of the
Honda
semi.
Civic. Yeah, shoots a harpoon
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulls the window out.
Grapple harpoon.
The truck driver's still like, huh.
look at this.
I mean,
Imagine this.
It's not my cue yet.
Was that meant for me?
a quick left-right swerve here takes care of 66% of the trouble.
That's right. Well, they get real good at zooming underneath the tractor trailer there.
Oh, yeah.
It's specially designed
Yes.
tractor trailer.
Come
really
on.
high?
It
I
is
was
very
waiting
high.
for the Holiday Road theme song to come on. Just Holiday
Yep.
Road.
Thank you.
Holiday Road.
Yeah. That would have been
Merry
perfect.
Christmas.
You serious, Joe?
I know. Well, he does do the same.
I was doing like You Serious, Clark, but with Joe.
Oh,
Like, 'cause
son
of
of a!
things.
You
Sorry.
see, you got me on
I got
my
you.
heels.
I'm
You got
sorry,
you.
brother. I'm sorry.
Got me on my heels. I thought that was direct. Like,
No.
all right, we're good now.
You're good. He harpoons then the seat Still, driver's not swerving or anything.
Right.
All he has to do, like you said, go left hard, go right hard, brake, solved problem.
Bro doesn't swerve until the assailant has crawled across the wire and into the cab. Once he's in the cab, then the truck starts to go.
I think Vince tripped.
Who's
on
Vince?
His way. Oh yeah. You already said it.
There we go.
But
Stop spoiling it for everybody.
I think he crawls in and he slips on the broken glass and he just hits the steering wheel, and that's the only reason it swerved. Otherwise,
it wasn't that the driver was trying to two-hand a baseball bat.
It wasn't at all supposed to happen.
He was sleeping.
It was just dude. He darts the driver.
Tranks him.
Not Vince. Darts him.
Right, not Vince.
Not Vin, yeah.
And he's like,
And I love the tussle of him going down to the floor, but not Vince going over the top and getting into the steering wheel.
no, none of that.
None of it.
And they're good to go. At this point, they've veered off through a construction site off an exit that goes to one lane.
That's active. There's guys jumping out of the way.
Right.
Ooh!
At 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they go down to one lane, and this is when the Holiday Rode it right underneath.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have just hit the brakes and gone behind them, but you want to be extra. That's cool.
It looks good.
It looks real good. And
for all those construction workers. Hey, Johnny, you see that car pull underneath that trailer? Holy crap.
Amazing.
I'm not even mad because that was cool.
That was cool. I didn't even jump out of the way. I was watching the whole thing.
I wonder what's in that Rogers truck.
I think there's VCRs in there.
Should we call the police?
Nah, we got work to do.
Nah, let's keep going.
Crazy drunk drivers.
We got docks to build.
Yeah. Cut to Paul Walker driving a green
Attempting to drive.
fast car.
Fast car.
It's an Eclipse.
It's a 2016 fast car. That's right. Yeah.
No.
Eclipse?
Not
Okay.
2001, but yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, 2001 fast car.
It's like a 98.
Okay, that's fine. He spins out. He's he's practicing to.
He's trying to go fast in a straight line, and he started from not the edge of the parking lot.
Right.
He started from the middle-ish of the park. That's smart. That's intelligent. That's how you get to top speed.
Either we have to believe because this guy he's trying to train to street race to get into an undercover crew here.
Right. Yeah.
So either this is his first time ever doing it,
right,
and he in 2 days is able to compete with Dom Toretto, or we're supposed to believe he's been practicing for years
and still sucks.
Right. Either one is not a good scenario.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So it does. Either one makes him look terrible.
Precisely. Yeah.
And this is the introduction to the hero of.
But there's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen, and his
son of a bitch.
What is
this here?
Who is behind me?
What
did you say about your mom?
Bob Hauser.
Woo!
What's up, dude?
Hey, Bob Hauser just walked in the shop. Look at this guy.
Yeah, hi. Blue we have the Blue Chew sponsorship yet.
Why?
Okay.
Why do you not have Blue Chew?
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser.
You can't really pick it up. Hey, Bob.
Nailed that question.
Bob, you're not on. On the mic, so they really can't hear you.
They'll hear him. He said it loud enough.
Oh, they'll hear him.
Yeah. Welcome.
Right.
Hey, Bob.
Are we talking about Michelle Rodriguez yet?
No.
We are. Yeah, we
mentioned it.
How about Joanna Brewster?
Not yet. So you're here at time for all we've talked about was the opening heist, and now how Paul Walker can't drive in a straight line without spinning his car out. And
That's true. R.I.P. Paul Walker.
oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
What? He's dead?
Let's make it sad now. He not only dead, he's dead doing similarly to what we were just talking about him doing. In a Porsche.
Riding shotgun and somebody.
Yeah.
Lost control of the car and smashed into a tree.
Yeah, and burned up. So now that we've really brought the show down to a downer here.
Finish your joke, though.
Finish your joke.
That's a huge spoiler
That's
alert.
cool.
I didn't see the rest of them.
So I was going to make a joke about Paul Walker's driving, but
He's a great driver. One of the best.
really bad timing. Thanks, Bob.
You insensitive prick.
Hey, at least I don't have an opinion on a Punisher character.
Oh, gosh.
When was the last time you saw your dick?
What?
He's got a system of mirrors and lenses. I'll have you know.
It's been at least
It's like the Mummy. You turn
6
one
hours.
and it lights up everything.
It also looks like the mummy. Shriveled
also
and
wrapped up.
and dead.
Yeah. And when his wife starts whispering, she's got the things.
Hieroglyphics to it.
You must not read from the book.
This is
And it awakens the Mummy.
That's what happens when women have Amazon catalogs.
You know what? I love it when Bob enters a room. I just
Did I throw you off?
What the hell, Bob?
Was it the dick joke?
I got an Egyptian mummy dick now.
So,
All right, no one cares about the heist. Joanna Brewster.
yes, Paul Walker walks up to a grocery store / bodega, deli, and
Soup deli, yeah.
orders a tuna with no crust, even though the person who works there, this nice girl named Mia, tells him over and over again it's really bad, and he shows up every day asking for.
She's not very good at selling the products that they sell,
No, she's
I don't think she
terrible.
was selling fish. I think she was selling her tuna.
Yeah, I think that's what he was asking about.
right.
He wanted tuna.
Yeah.
Right.
But
But
she
she
keeps-
kept giving him the sandwich.
Yeah, it's like,
Exactly. Yeah.
but if it tastes like
One of
chicken.
these
I'm just gonna keep coming here until I get what I'm asking
She'll figure it out.
Eventually.
Right.
She's a little thick.
Apparently, they keep Dom Toretto in a cage in the back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I love watching the camera trying to focus through the screen.
Yeah. So we have to keep him back there. He's not sociable. We can't.
He's allowed a
socialize it
beer,
with
and that's
people.
about it.
He's trying to keep the books.
That's right.
Yeah.
All these tuna sandwiches.
A
We're selling a butt ton of tuna sandwiches.
what the hell? We got a gaggle of car nerds pull up, and I call them car nerds, Clint, because
Yeah,
what do they do the first thing when they show up?
They suck at car.
They talk about the
Suck at
engine.
car.
They suck at car.
They just pop a hood and they just start nerding out
They
about.
don't even nerd out properly.
What do you mean?
Sucks.
What
Just
they
like
do?
Yeah.
The lingo.
yeah, it's like,
The lingo's rough.
talk to me, Jesse. This ain't working. I'm telling you, it's your fuel map. It's got a nasty hole. That's why it keeps on low when you're going in third. It's like, shut up. All right.
Man, I
There
was like-
wasn't
I
a
was
single
transported.
person on this entire show production set that knew anything about cars. I told you it was third. Shut up.
Couldn't
All right, so Clint
string
hates the
something.
movie.
No, I
We
love
got
the
it.
No, we love it. Yeah.
100%
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Spoiler.
too far. Too far. See,
I will
Bob pulls it
not-
out of us. Bob
I will
pulls it.
not
yeah.
I don't
tell
have
you
time
what
to-
my
I
ideas
don't have time
are.
for that crap. It's a good movie. There you go.
All
My
right.
opinions
There
There
we
he
go.
goes.
heard.
Thanks,
You know
Bob.
what Bob will
You can
probably
go now.
appreciate?
What's that?
Vince, the tool with the mesh tank top over another shirt, like throughout the whole
Oh,
movie.
Matt Schultz.
Is
I
that
love
his
that
name?
guy. Yeah.
Matt Schultz sees Brian sitting there eating a tuna fish sandwich.
Oh, God,
It's
the
like,
pretty boy.
this guy.
He's
I hate him already.
He's
Why?
so mad. He's
reason.
so angry.
Never mow another guy's lawn.
He pulls up and pulls a Bob Hauser power move. Now, this is a power move. When you slide the tray of sugar into them,
Yeah,
and then
take
you
that
just-
creamer.
That's
and
like take that, and then just stares at him. That's all he did. That's it.
How
Hey,
dare
Mia,
you come in this
you look
restaurant
good.
and eat our food?
And the first one to talk loses. Okay, that's how it works.
That's all.
You just eyeball each other
Right.
down.
And Brian gets up, leaves, right?
Yeah,
you
he
tomorrow.
pays her. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna have some more tuna fish.
And he just Vince just follows him talking crap, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Not good for customer return.
Again.
Just saying.
It's not his store. What does he care?
Well, but it's Dom's store, and what happens is they end up in a damn fight in the middle
Yeah.
of the street.
There's a
Right.
bit of a tussle,
And finally, Mia's like screaming at Dom, "Get out here and stop this!" And
which
Dom,
she doesn't follow anybody.
No.
She just stays at the restaurant.
And she
Everybody
yelled-
else runs out.
And this is a theme. She yells at everybody to do something.
Yeah.
She is the hey, do something person
She is.
for this entire movie.
Yes.
yeah.
And she has the equipment to get that done.
Tuna fish sandwich.
that tuna fish.
She has no equipment, Clint. She looks like a 12-year-old girl.
All right. That's
Have you met my wife?
She's a 2x4.
I'm sorry. I like how much I want to get into my, sensibilities and
understand.
proclivities, but my goodness, like I like a girl that's at least had a hamburger once in her life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like my girlfriend's made of hamburger.
Yeah.
if possible.
Yeah. I'm
That's
good.
why you have extra hamburger helper at your house.
That's exactly.
I
what
like to have my
what I
girlfriends
nicknamed
make
it.
hamburgers.
Well, are you big on Jordana Brewster, Bob?
Oh, she got me through puberty.
Oh, I respect it. I
And
respect what
Michelle
what you like.
Rodriguez and
Yeah.
90% of the
Yeah.
cast at the race.
Yeah,
Besides Ja Rule.
The
Yeah.
Whore Brigade. We're gonna get to those. Yeah. Dom comes out and he gets pissed off, but he gets pissed off at Brian, even though Brian didn't start it, didn't do
Sure.
anything.
No.
He's in my
No,
face,
because
man.
he was winning. Now
Right.
I'm in your face.
No, I'm in your face. And he did tell Vince, "You're an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Get out of here." But then he's like, "Yo, you work for what was the guy's name? Tony or
Whatever, yeah.
Thomas or whatever."
Slippy
What's the guy's name?
Slappy.
Slippy Slap.
We're gonna let this keep going.
Jim Johnson.
Harry.
Johnson. Jimmy. Harry.
You just started for Harry?
Yeah, that's
You
right.
Just fired.
Well, you just got fired, right? Because Harry I guess, does whatever because Dom's like his main customer, right? Okay. Gets him fired. Fine. This is our first interaction between the two. Brian then drives back to the race shop where he works.
And he, again, can't drive. Right? Pounds a freaking new light at the time.
Yeah.
New lightning right off the freaking curb.
He does. He does.
He's so mad.
And what does he say when he gets in the car shop? I need NOS. Two of them.
Big bottles.
Big bottles.
People like you shouldn't use NOS. You got to have your foot. I've seen you try. It's like, shut up.
Clint, I love you. You're so pissed off.
Is it? Are you?
I'm not even mad.
Are you
It's
ticked
just
off?
Like, it's so. You know what I'm so mad about?
Yeah.
All right. The thing that I'm pissed off the most about this movie, James,
yeah.
you did it.
I think I know.
You did it.
Did I?
You did this already.
I think I know
You
what
came
it
in.
is.
Do you have those little bottles of NOS? Before this movie, I never once heard somebody called nitrous oxide NOS.
No,
Not
that's
once.
NOS, yeah.
They did that. It was
Yeah.
NOS because that was the name of the company. It was Nitrous Oxide Systems. That's on the majority of the blue bottles.
So it would be nitrous.
It was nitrous oxide. It was nitrous oxide systems, the name of the company. I was like, it was whiff, it was spray, it was the gun, it was so many different things. It was never NOS, never heard of it.
NOS.
It was 3 days after I saw the movie. Hey, do you guys got NOS? I was like, oh my God, this is real. This is actually going to happen. They
Yes.
did this to an entire world. Now we've got to hear NOS.
Oh, good for you.
Okay, yeah. Not to mention that entire world, their sales went up by thousands of
I'm
percent.
sure they didn't care. They're
No,
like,
they
"Ah,
did.
Yeah.
There's been Motor Trend has done
Yeah.
the fact that how much of Fast and Furious played a role on the
Automotive
aftermarket import market, it's went up thousands of percent.
Absolutely.
Not just like 1 or 2%, thousands of percent.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
they can call it NOS
They
all
can,
day
they
long
can, but it
because
just
they're
hurts my
just
brain
cry
so bad.
Just
I've
wipe your
always wondered
tears.
what triggers Clint.
Yeah, this.
And
Dumb
it's
stuff.
this.
It's
It's
always
this.
dumb stuff. It's nothing important ever.
But
It's like
I
I'm
knew
just
that was gonna
shoveling
piss
dirt.
you off.
I'm moving it. You remember back in 2001?
God, those NOS
guys.
Stupid NOS.
ridiculous guy punching it right off the curb.
That was a brand new lightning.
Like I said, it's just stuff that I couldn't afford and they treat like garbage.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, speaking of treating stuff like garbage, we're heading to our first street race of the movie. All right. Well, people like what they like. You're in a street racing, cool. I saw this as they all line up their cars and they're like, let's look at all our penises. Here we are. Here's my Johnson. Do you like it?
Hey, Johnson.
mine's
Hey,
got
nice Johnson. Hey,
chrome fittings.
I got a nice Johnson.
Here's mine.
I'm in the
Look at your
cars.
Johnson.
I've got a clear hood.
Mine's got extra hoses.
Okay. Go ahead.
Loving cars
Yeah.
is probably the gayest thing I've ever done in my life. And by
Okay.
gay, I don't mean like I don't like it or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's
No.
like I
You'll suck
want
a
to
tailpipe or
build
two.
my car so cool that other guy thinks I'm cool.
That's why I said this is what it is.
That is legit. I'm okay with it. I get
No,
it.
it's
I
fine.
love going to the car shows. I love.
I'm not
going
ripping
to
on
the
racers.
races.
I'm not ripping on racers, but
But
it
I
is
totally-
basically
I'm with
like,
you.
do you think I'm pretty?
Yes,
like that's
exactly.
that's what it is.
Am I worthy?
Yes.
Of hanging out with you?
Right. It's so they got all these dudes around. It's very culturally diverse. We got like Asians over here. You got Hector and the Mexicans over here, right?
Yeah,
We've got,
they have sections.
Edwin and the black guys.
This is the
over here.
Miho section.
It's like,
Yeah.
All right, look at this snowman over here. I thought Hector was going to go mess with him, but it turns out Hector's a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually a nice guy.
Hector goes over to talk to Brian. Brian's got the 2001 green fast car, and he's going to race it.
Fast car number one.
He's like, "What are you
With lights.
What are you running here?" He's like, "Oh, you gonna make me find out on the road, man?"
You slick,
Yeah.
slide little fella.
Edwin then comes over. Edwin says, "It's how you race your car."
Right.
Okay, that's what he said.
Yeah,
This your
not,
car? I'm
not standing,
standing
next,
next
to
to
it.
it.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's not how you stand by a
A lot
car.
of
it's how you
sexual
race it.
innuendo.
It's how you like. That is a genius. That's why Brian is successful, I think, because of this advice that Edwin gives him.
Yes.
Right.
So it's Edwin's the drive
He's
of
just like, "Oh, you're
of
right.
Brian
It is
winning.
how I drive my car.
Oh my!
I'm gonna
was just
try
gonna-
driving it.
I was just going to stand here.
That's right. What if I drove it?"
genius.
That's what you should have got out at the end of this race when he's like, instead of saying "I almost had you," you should have said, "Edwin said it was how you race it." So
So
I think I
I
win.
did it all right.
I think I win
How'd you guys think I did?
do I get a participation award?
because Edwin said it was how I race it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But notice I'm not standing next to it.
No, I raced it just how Edwin told me to.
And then I stepped over here.
Right. It's about who finishes first, but Edwin said that's not what it was about.
Right.
I was given
said it.
false information.
He said it.
Dom's crew rolls in a flying V like they're the damn Mighty Ducks. Right? Here they come.
Totally.
Quack, 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 quack.
Do you know who else came in the Flying V? Oddly enough, it's just
The Roller Boys?
no,
Michelle Rodriguez.
no. In the beginning,
That's a different flying V.
the Honda Civics, the black Honda Civics.
Oh, they
came in.
did.
That's such a weird thing,
Foreshadowing.
huh?
That's
I wonder
weird.
wonder what
Probably
that could be.
unrelated.
Most likely
Formation.
unrelated.
Not the
Precision
same
formation
people.
driving.
But with his
You don't think so?
No.
Is it?
No.
Probably.
All right. I don't know.
They had green lights.
Just a thought. You're right.
They had to have been Brian.
Okay, it couldn't be them because they had black cars in the V formation. The other one had like different color cars in the V, completely different.
Did anyone else think when they were like, when Dom rolls up, he's like, all right, here's the deal. We're racing for 2 large. Blah.
Yeah,
I was just like,
$2,000.
that's not a lot of money.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I get, well, even then, was it a ton of money? For these guys, I thought we'd be talking about 5, 10K.
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna race for $2,000. And did you see how big $2,000 was when they pulled it out of their pocket?
They needed rubber bands.
Humongous.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Do you have $2,000 in your wallet?
That's awesome, right?
Yeah.
They pull out $2,000. It's like freaking a donkey roll.
Wait, you got two? You have a zipper on top of your?
Look at that.
That $2,000's
That's
not
$2,000?
very big. It's
Here,
not
let me see that.
very-
I'm not going to steal it. Let's get it rolled up. Let's see here.
Because you're right.
not that
Everybody
big.
always
We're
everybody
doing
always shows their
science
role
right
in the
here.
movie. How many times in the movie is somebody like even at race wars like, I
Yeah.
got you, and it's like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
like he's at a
Big
freaking
nut.
donkey roll.
That's no, of course I can't do this.
Donkey Kong
Oh, your
barrel.
hands are
My hands are
That's fake money.
That
My
looks
hands
like a
fake
dollar
money.
bill in your hand right now.
Why'd you have
What is that
Monopoly
language?
money?
What are you doing with that coffee stirrer?
Who
Hand that back.
Who traded? Why'd you trade it out for
I
play
was
money?
Is that your trick?
Here.
You palm it.
Tiny hands, James Hauser. Look how big that thing looks in your
That's
hands.
humongous in my hands.
Look at this
He
massive
can palm
$2,000.
a golf ball and a bowling ball in the other hand for a magic trick.
But like, yeah,
Sleight of
legitimately,
hand.
It's always
let me
every
see your
single time.
let me see your beer can over there.
This?
Oh yeah, they look like little kids' cans.
Yes.
Was it? Yeah.
Careful, I'm gonna put my lips on that later. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I gotta hide that from my wife again.
All right. So they're gonna race for
She'll know in
$2,000.
a month. Wait a minute.
But
She
in
doesn't
comes
watch.
Brian, and I'm sorry to. I'm not trying. I love Paul Walker. He's my favorite in all the Fast movies. But in this scene specifically, he's like, "Hello, fellow young people." Like, is kind of how he came across.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
Hello, fellow street racers. I'm
not a cop.
I'm not a cop. Just so you know, before I just want to
Yeah.
start that right off the bat
Yeah.
by saying I'm not a police officer.
I ain't got no money.
Got that?
You got that?
You got
over
that,
there?
Bob?
Yeah,
He's not a cop.
Tell me he didn't come across like a cop.
we all knew he was a cop.
I know, but I think they should have known he was a cop.
Well, I mean, Vince did.
Excuse me, I'd like to
Vince
buy
knew
some
right away.
cocaine, please.
Who comes up with the name Brian Earl Spillner?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Cops.
it's like you're a serial killer. Yeah, okay. This fits your face, Brian Earl Spillner.
Yeah, for sure. And
Ted
he's,
Levi picked that name out.
he's like, I don't have $2,000, but I got pinks. I'll put my car's pink slip. I'm like, bro,
Right.
$2,000. That thing covers it 100 times.
I think it was a $2,000 buy-in.
$2,000.
Yeah, 2,000 was the buy-in for the race.
Right.
2,000 was
so
the race.
The pot was way more.
because of,
$8,000.
because of the
There was
car.
4 people. $8,000.
Yeah.
So you're only going to win 8,000 or
Well,
get
John
arrested.
Well, you're only going to win. Well, actually, it was only going to be 3 cars.
Yeah.
He added the 4th, so it was only going to be 3. So you're going to win $4,000.
$4,000.
And
You also
Monica-
can't
And
trade.
Monica, I think she was on the line.
Monica
I'm
was
pretty
on the
sure.
And Monica's girlfriend.
And,
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
And one boob. Not another.
not the-
That's
no.
all.
I was waiting when that
No,
happened.
that
one
bit happened
one
is
boob's
all you
free.
get.
The other one was the prize.
This
When
is what
she
happened.
pointed, though, I was waiting for just some like guy to be like, "Hi." Wait a second.
It's like not you. No, no, not
Pan
you.
over to the left.
Move over.
Dads in 2001 did a job making sure their daughters didn't go out looking like that.
No, thank you for saying that, because for some reason there's just as many street racers as there were here, and there was enough to line an entire street for a long ways. I mean, when you get the overhead shot, once the cops arrive and they scatter, there are so many
People,
cars.
cars,
There was a lot of
people.
cars. Yeah.
And each one of them had 3 whores with them.
Right.
Where did these all come from?
There was a minimum.
It was crazy.
we skipped over something, too, that, like, bears repeating. Like,
well, we're going to, I'm going to go back. a little bit.
Rodriguez hops out of the car and
Yeah.
comes up, and Dom's talking to some of the girls when they first roll in.
Right.
It's like, skanks. I was like, I smell skanks. Like, that's just you, honey.
Oh,
You smell them because there's 1,000 of them.
they're everywhere.
Seriously, they're everywhere.
It's like flies.
They're just like on call, like the bat signal goes up for like a street. I have to go. There's a street race, and she tears her top off and jumps out the window.
Is it 2 peaches in the sky?
She
or
goes
is it
down
the
like a
press in the sky.
It's 2 peaches in the sky.
Yeah.
And the girls all strip their clothes off and dive out their windows. And
Big
show up
W
at the
just
street race.
pours.
They weren't
I was
even
gonna
with the
say,
cars.
they're
They
in,
just
like,
crawled out of the
pajamas.
building.
That's right. They're in pajamas.
But then they go down a pole and they just turn into like
right. Then there's wearing a
tight
bandana
jeans
across
and a
their top.
bandana across their
Yeah.
nips.
Yep, that's all it is. They
Which,
block.
God bless them.
And I feel bad for Pizza Boy, who's not going to, he's going to get cold pizza delivered.
Oh, Rob Cohen?
He's not-
the pizza guy?
Was that the director?
It was
Yeah,
a director.
director.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, what are you guys doing? Get lost, Pizza Boy. Road's closed.
Yeah.
Closed, Pizza Boy.
I hate you guys.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's going to get his money. anyway.
razors.
I got this delivery to some sewer.
I'm just saying, right now, there's some kid watching Ninja Turtles in his basement waiting for his Pizza Hut, and
Yeah.
he's going to have freaking cold pizza. And I'm
And-
more mad about that than anything else.
He's on the timer. He's like, oh, 6 minutes late, dude.
That's right. Never pay full price for late pizza. Never, ever.
What they say.
All right. That freaking, after Edwin gets a boob. And again, Edwin's problem here is not making her be specific. Right?
Yeah.
Because
He didn't get it written down.
she takes his hand as Edwin's about to pull off and puts it in her shirt. Is like, you get
Yeah.
this, and squeezes a boob, a singular
That's
boob.
what he got.
Everybody got that?
Yep.
And then
He's feeling the merchandise.
says, she goes, you get this whether you win or lose.
Lie.
But no, it's the
No,
truth
he
because he
got
just
that.
got it just then.
just
Like,
got
look, you get this win or
Got it.
lose.
Okay.
That's why he
Fair.
needed to make her be specific.
Got
I would
it.
be like, hold on, guys, hold the race for a second. Specifically, what is it that you're implying?
He adjusts his booster seat.
I need a
right.
transcriptionist over here. Stat.
His booster seat. Oh,
that dude is super tiny.
oh, ridiculous.
Anyway, so yeah,
And then her not nearly as attractive friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bro, here we go. The race starts. Let's just get to the race.
Please.
Race starts. It's a straight drag race, right? I mean, they're not
Sure.
going anywhere. I'm thinking Need for Speed is how it was going to be, because
Right.
we just watched that racing through the streets and
Yeah.
alleys and all that. But it's literally just quarter-mile races.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It was like a 5-mile race.
It felt like it, wasn't it?
It was a quarter mile
That's
race.
why I was amazed how many people there were lining the streets.
Right, I understand that it's you cut, you recut, you cut, you recut, and
Yeah.
you get a lot of the reshifting
Yeah.
and stuff. But I love the joke of like the 16-speed gearbox.
Oh, bro,
Absolutely.
there's so many. All it was a flurry of steering wheel, shift, foot, shift, wheel, shift.
I do love
Blur.
the shots.
Blur,
always.
shift, blur.
I do always love the shots where like it goes through the intake, through the turbo,
Yeah.
into the car. I love those
That's
shots.
cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, early CGI, but it worked for
Yeah.
Yeah,
them.
Ryan Farrell doesn't like those.
He's not here. We don't
mean-
care.
He's wrong.
I care about what he says, but he's wrong.
Any chance I get to prove one of his opinions wrong, I take it, whether he's here or not.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
All
so
right.
I appreciate that. All right, so after they're jamming gears for a while, Brian hits the NOS and drives into the future. Okay,
Yeah.
the effect of
They've
this,
gone to plaid.
like fast forward the Earth.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Right?
The hell was that?
He's spinning the earth underneath
It's
him.
Paul
That's how
Walker.
fast he's
It's
moving.
called the plaid.
Time ceased to have meaning. It
Yeah.
was like they made it. That's the way they made it
Right.
look.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
He failed to stop at the line properly. I just
Yeah. Oh, thank you for
point
that.
of
too.
point of thing. Like, keep going.
Yes.
Yeah, but still.
They all laughed at him for
Right.
going too far past the line.
What an idiot.
He passes Toretto while he's nozzing.
Right.
I don't know, is that what you call it? Nozzing it?
Yes, he's nozzing.
Okay.
That's exactly what they call it.
Hardcore
I love that
nozzing.
this, and we're
With
racing.
a silent K.
So before the race, Dom reaches over, flips up his seat, and
Yeah.
he opens up not 2 of the big bottles, but little Sneaky Pete system.
Oh, you got
like,
little- yeah.
He's got hidden nitrous in his car. 4 little tiny Sneaky Pete bottles under the seat, which is cool. So he
which is
preps
cool.
that in
Yeah.
advance, like, hey, I'm going to prep this and we're going to get ready. He waits. In a race that's supposed to take 10 seconds, 10 seconds goes pretty quick when you're racing. It takes a while to watch it when you watch a real
Sure.
drag race from
Yes.
the starting line. It's like, hey, 10 seconds seems like a while, right?
Right.
It's not all that
Long time.
But like for Brian to go back 4 car lengths
Yeah.
behind the last place car and to be able to go past him.
There's a lot
and
of
past
shifting,
him,
yeah.
And past him, 47 gear changes later. He goes past Dom. We have to assume that this has taken up some amount of this 10-second time frame for this to all happen.
Meanwhile, his floorboard is sparking along the road.
Right. This doesn't happen
popping bolts.
Yeah.
You don't leave the computer open to run the race. You use the computer for tuning, and then it doesn't go in the car.
But how else do you know you have a manifold warning?
Right.
But like
Manifold, but not your floorboard.
Dom got ready before the race and opened the nitrous, and then he's like, "Oh, somebody did pass me." He reaches over and pulls out his cigarette lighter and presses the hidden button. He didn't have that ready to go in case. Why prep the other thing without prepping the thing?
Because it looks cool.
Makes sense. Especially when you have literal seconds in a race.
Seconds.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
But he does get the pass jaw rule.
Get the pass back.
And then that's when we get the sweet line.
Yeah.
Monica, no.
Yeah, and Brian gets beat because Dom just hits his nozzle.
Oh, he's the best there's ever been. He's gold.
Driving in a straight line.
And then they stop.
His respect.
And Brian fails for the 4th time in as many driving scenes to stop a car without spinning out or some other type of malady. Missing the line, hitting the curb. He cannot stop. His
but he
problem is
supposedly
brakes, not driving, it's brakes.
He supposedly gained the respect of this race crew with his,
with his non-driving.
Right.
He lost.
He rolls
and
up.
He blew up the rings on the motor, and he did all this damage.
He was shooting washers and nuts and bolts all into his cab. I don't know what all that was.
I just wanted to see where that floorboard went.
Yeah,
did it hit Tiffany on the side? Just
it's a dangerous job being a race whore. Yeah. Seriously.
You got to be careful out there.
That's why he yelled Monica.
That's why you
should wear more clothes.
In her head.
No, in the other boob.
That's right. No.
Took a boob off. I was like, that was the boob I was supposed to get.
So he loses, but he's out here. Brian's laughing. He's like, why are you smiling? He's like,
that was cop money. He doesn't.
I almost had you, man.
Yeah, I almost had you.
Almost had me.
I'm definitely not a cop, and this isn't my money.
I am Groot.
Yeah.
I am Groot.
Listen, any real racer will tell you whether you win by an inch or you win by a mile or whatever he says.
Yeah,
winning is winning.
Yeah,
everyone's like, "That's Dom. That's awesome speech, Dom. You're the best." Yeah, man.
Sign my baby.
There's just a guy in the back. What did he say? Shut up.
Girls ripping their shirts off.
Oh my God.
Right.
Shaky, shaky, shaky.
Yeah.
Not a dry seat in the house.
No. Until somebody hears the scanner and goes, "Cops! Cops are coming!"
Yeah.
I think that was one of Dom's boys.
And everybody heard it from that one hollering out of the car.
Yeah.
For a quarter mile.
Dude, there were so many vehicles leaving the same area at the same time. There was a traffic jam.
Yeah.
There's just guys like,
they're all waiting.
Come on, guys.
Got his blinker on. There's a cop behind him. click, click. I'm sorry. Dude.
Just waving his hands in the air, just looking out the window. Hey.
I would be pulling into the nearest Taco Bell. I'm just getting a cheesy gordita.
Like, dude, I'm just trying to get a freaking quesadilla up here.
Dong.
Street race.
Forget that he's got like a neon orange rice burner. He's like,
it looks like a
looks
Taco
like
Bell.
a race car. He's like, I seriously wasn't anything.
I'm being sponsored by these guys.
Yeah.
I didn't. I raced for them.
That they're here.
Crunchwrap Supreme, man.
That's right. Come on, man. Don't take me to jail. Toretto is saved by Brian. So Toretto ditches his car successfully and is just walking down the street, and these cops are like,
recognized him.
Dom Toretto.
Come on.
Bro, he's just walking.
It's Groot.
Isn't
You can see him.
I'm walking here.
I'm a mile away.
And that's got to be some type of dead giveaway, too. But like, why would they care? Because if they got called into street racers, they wouldn't have known the people that were there. And even if a guy, Dom Toretto, was walking down the road, what would be the difference?
Right. And it's not even the same road that they were on. Right?
It's Dom, and
he loses that cop fast, though.
Yeah, he does.
Well, Brian saves him.
He starts off with a little bit of a Tom Cruise on that run. He really does.
Until he gets to the end of the alleyway, and then Brian pulls up and get in the car.
He's like, "Oh, my feet. What happened to your floorboard?"
No mention
We're going to Flintstone it out of here.
We're Flintstoning this thing.
He sits on the laptop.
Oh, my knees.
I didn't even think about that.
My shoes are soleless.
That's right. He gets to the house party later, and he has no soles on his shoes.
They're just worn at the toes.
That's right. Where were you guys? I had to Flintstone my way back here.
I was tripping.
They bond over.
My soles are thin.
They bond over jail time and the drive over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Until the Yakuza rolls up on them. Okay, what appears to be a gang of some kind, but it's just another gang of street racers. Johnny Tran,
Rick Yoon,
and his buddy Lance.
Yeah.
Do you recognize Lance?
I do recognize Lance. His name misplaces me right now, but he had a serious hard-on for that car.
Dude.
This is an incredible piece of machinery. All right, man.
It took me the whole movie. By the end of the movie, I finally figured out what actor Lance was. Lance was from Tropic. He's this is Flamey Dragon.
He's in many.
Price now $100 million. That's the same guy.
It's awesome.
The same dude.
And dude's a legend.
Face.
That's Lance from Fast and the Furious.
That's awesome.
Except this time he had like the button up, the leather pants and the, looked a little bit different. Yeah. But anyway, they roll up on him, and I was like, they stop him on the side of the road, and it appears that all they were there to do was to introduce their characters. Yeah. I just want you to know that we're also in this movie.
Yeah, and you were in the wrong neighborhood.
That's right.
This is my side of the tracks.
So I'm like, and then they all drive away. I'm like, they just pulled him over to talk trash. Well, and then I was like, well, nope, that's not all they pulled him over for, because they come back and shoot his car up. But at first I didn't understand.
And then back to what you were saying, where they're like, "Nos," because it's going to blow up.
Oh yeah,
nitrous isn't flammable.
It's not?
What?
Carry on. No, it's an oxidant.
But green explosions.
Yes.
Yeah, green explosions. Asians riding away on motorcycles. That was not real. I want to talk to the
car
cops.
lifted up in the air.
I want my truck back. Where the hell am I?
Mass hysteria.
It makes for a great movie. This is the problems. Like, I know the difference, and I'm still so massively entertained. And
yes.
I hate myself.
But this really was just to introduce Johnny Tran.
Yeah.
And he's a,
like a side character.
See you at Race Wars. And
to introduce a little tension between Brian and Dom for later. Right. So what's the story?
Right.
I made a mistake sleeping with his sister.
Yeah. Right. They go to Dom's house.
I want to know what his sister looked like.
Dom, and you don't want to. It's not a badge of honor. It's a badge of shame. They go to Dom's house, and Dom invites Brian in, even though Vince is in there, and Vince hates
man.
Yeah.
Vince is pissed when Brian gets there.
Yeah.
Right?
What'd you bring the Buster for?
That's right, the Buster. Mia sees him coming in on the sidewalk and starts getting ready. Like, she wasn't even in the party. She was hanging out in her bedroom.
Yeah. Doing homework.
Right?
How old is she?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
guessing.
my next question.
Well, it's Brian Earl Spillner, so...
Well, it could be college homework, you pervs.
Well, I'm just asking. She's built like a 14-year-old. That's why I want to know.
Flat like a 2x4.
I'm just
She
trying to
didn't
get, I'm
even
just
make
trying
a
to get Bob
2x6.
I'm just trying to get Bob in trouble because he likes her.
Oh,
You
that's
mad at me, Joe?
You like
I'm
her?
not mad at you.
I'm going to Google this time.
Please
Google
don't.
it. Second time I have to Google
No. How old is she supposed to be in the movie?
Yeah. What year was she born?
I'm going to go
was
with
she?
19 or 20.
What year was she born?
I know that she got her driver's license for this movie.
Right.
She couldn't drive previously,
Yes.
but I think she was old enough to have it. She just didn't.
I'm not.
Well, if she's old enough to have it, that's still not old enough. I got to find out for
16.
sure.
What is it, Bob?
I don't know. I have crappy internet.
All right, take your time.
Oh, jeez.
Let me know when you got
I'm
it.
glad-
All right. He scolds his guys because they're like, where were you guys? We all ran back to base. This guy was out here saving my life. That Buster saved my life. And he's yelling.
He didn't just run back to camp. He brought me back.
That's right.
He goes over and grabs his beer.
Right.
Is this your beer?
You can have any beer
like,
you
yeah.
want as long as it's a Corona.
Then he goes back, hands
right.
it back to Brian. I mean, it just pisses off Vince.
This is Vince's.
Give another
Enjoy it.
man his beer. Like, he can't just go get another beer. What's the big deal? Go get another beer.
I don't know. It's some kind of flex. I don't quite get it.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
But I did like the
I
whole,
love that he wipes it off,
cleans
yeah.
it off.
As soon as he said, this is Vince's beer, I'd be like, I'll just get a new one.
Yeah, it's like, I'm
I
good.
don't really want Vince's.
You drink that beer.
Are you
I don't want
sure?
a spit beer.
Are you sure Vince doesn't have the gonorrhea pacificates?
Can we get like?
He looks like gonorrhea pacificates.
He does.
Can we see if he's running a fever or not before I do this? Because
I've got a question. Can you take a Corona test?
yeah,
Why don't we get the kid over there with the cold sore to get on this
Give me
first?
one.
Joanna Brewster, 21 years old.
Give James
all
one.
right.
Oh, okay.
A Corona test. Get coronavirus. All right, never mind.
Thank you, Bob.
All right.
We're free to talk about her.
Mia ends up taking Brian home. He's not there at the party very long. And then, long story short, he gets arrested the next day by some cops, but it's really just a ruse to bring him in because Brian's an undercover police officer.
What? Nobody's seen that coming.
No. Brian, say it ain't so. And this is the breakdown scene. That's the whole purpose of the scene is, all right, we're the police. This is what we're investigating. We got some stolen DVD players. It's really important. So important, these DVD players, that we have the FB frickin' eye out here.
Right. Yeah.
To solve this problem because, and the thing they seem to be the most worried about is that the truckers are going to arm themselves.
Yeah, we can't have
They're going to
that.
go vigilante.
If we don't do something soon, the truckers are going to kill some thieves and then they won't be able to rob people anymore.
And the truckers will then go to jail because
right.
they'll probably be murderers and Then what are we gonna do with all these DVDs? And I don't know.
We can't sell them.
No.
Not gonna make any money off of them in 2 years.
That's weird.
I do have to say though, I did enjoy that they did not do the whole traditional police station cliche.
Right.
That since it is a Hollywood thing,
Even the cops are Hollywood and Hollywood.
I know. I thought that was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that fresh take.
We're gonna shoot the shit out of this pool.
I was gonna say. I liked it. They're like, okay, all right, we're not gonna do the police station, but we're just gonna say we've seized this house and we're just gonna act like this is our new station.
That's right.
It's really cool.
Well, and it's just every time they had a chance, they showed that walk path and the pool and
a lot.
Every time.
They were very happy that somebody let them use that. It was built for Elizabeth Taylor in the 50s or whatever it was they said. Like, okay, cool.
That was one of the producers' houses.
For sure.
He was trying to sell it, just wanted to get some more price on it.
100%.
As he's leaving, Buffalo Bob or whoever says to him,
Same. Yeah.
It is the same actor.
Yeah,
Silence of the Lambs.
That was funny. I didn't think about it.
He tells him, I need another car. Like, he's like, that was an $80,000 vehicle you wrecked.
Yeah, he's got to get him a 10-second car.
Yeah, he owes him, right? Because he wrecked it and he was supposed to give him pinks. So he brings in this beater to Dom's shop. Okay, it's like burnt up.
Dare you?
Well, from a first appearance.
Okay, so
No, you're absolutely right. 100%.
it looks like it was in a car fire.
right.
yeah, okay. Even I don't really understand the significance
Of a Supra?
They
of
were
this
hot,
particular car. Why it was so sought after.
Well, that was the twin turbo 2JZ engine.
The motor that was in it.
Yeah.
But was that like the largest or
There
the
was
biggest?
a gentleman's agreement in Japan that their cars would all not produce more than 276 horsepower, this, that, the other thing. This thing was so overbuilt to take power that with just minor mods, turbo upgrades, intake, fuel, stuff like that, they would handle 700-800 horsepower with no issue.
There it is.
They
That's
were
why.
legitimately a legendary, still to this day, it is a legendary car.
Okay, I missed all that context. I was just
Understood,
like,
100%.
Yeah.
Why?
But it makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Because I never understood why exactly this car people had such a hard on for.
Yeah, no, they're pretty kick-ass.
Okay.
And they're just dead sexy. I mean, just...
Oh, they're hot and they're dead sexy.
I love them.
Look at my burned up red body.
I'm all ashy like.
That's right. You fancy another go.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, this is what gets him in the crew, right? He
Yeah.
brings this car in and now he's in.
2JZ engine, no I retract my previous statements.
That's right.
I don't know why they made
From now on, if you're not at work, you're here at the shop, right? Dom tells him.
If you're not taking a crap, you're here.
That's right.
If you're not masturbating, you're here.
Right.
If you're not eating tuna sandwiches at my weird shop, you're here.
That's right.
That's a
If
weird.
you're not at church,
I didn't pick up
you're
all that.
here.
It's in the
If you're not talking to
It's
your
implied.
mother,
It's inferred.
you're here.
That's right. Obviously, Vince is pissed about this, so Vince won't hang around anymore. He shows up to the barbecue and sees that Brian's there, and he's like, "Forget it, I'm not even hungry."
You got all the help you need, brother.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, they're really gonna miss his mesh tank tops and chokers or whatever the hell else he was wearing.
His eyeliner.
His eyeliner.
Or guy liner, as I like to call it.
They all barbecue, and it's like supposed to be a scene of camaraderie and seeing them all grow closer together.
Like a family. thing.
Right?
Yeah,
it becomes
this
a
is
theme of the entire series, right?
Yeah.
And then Vince is like, turns out I was kind of hungry, and Vince comes
sorry,
back.
man.
Tail tucked.
My blood sugar's really low.
That's right. Can I have some food, please? Then Brian helps Mia with the dishes, which Vince gives in and just cannot resist giving him crap
Yeah.
every turn.
Oh, yeah. Again, the females in this movie, they're there for only a few reasons. I mean, other than Michelle Rodriguez.
Doing dishes, looking
they're
good.
Either, looking good or taking care of their man or doing dishes.
Right,
Like,
'cause even
Michelle
at the-
Rodriguez is the only exception to this rule.
Even at the other house party,
Well,
like
she's taking care of her man, just in other ways.
some of the race whores still came to Dom's house,
Right.
and
Get me on the whores
And-
every
and-
single time.
Nettie has to bat them away at all
Yeah.
times from.
Yeah.
Get off my man.
Yeah, seriously, it's kind of crazy.
You
I like
blood
this.
suckers.
Take it upstairs. You can't detail a car with the cover on.
Yeah, that's
good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah. So ultimately, Mia, in this moment of Vince giving crap, pulls something pretty cold blooded. Says, "Where was that place you wanted to take me to, Vince?" And he gets excited.
It's like cha-cha-cha.
Explains to her, right? Yeah. But then she's like, "Oh yeah." Turns to Brian, goes, "You can take me there next Friday or whatever."
After she had just shut him down, I don't date my brother's friends.
Right.
So I was like, that's what actually put them together. She was still
Vince
playing
being an a-hole. Yeah, right.
And classic trope that we did in The Mummer Man.
What's that?
The mechanics of something not working, so you just slap the side of it.
Yes.
He's trying to microwave the popcorn. He's like, "What's wrong with this thing?"
the hell's wrong?
Slap, slap, slap.
Make your own
Works
damn
every time.
popcorn.
I'm too mad, too sad about this. I'm gonna go cry and pout in my car.
Screw you, good.
I'm gonna soak up my tears with my mesh tank top. Oh, wait a second.
I can't. It's not
Can you imagine
absorbent.
if he's got a sneeze?
It's everywhere.
That was
Straight
useless.
through it, dude. You can't do anything with a mesh tank top. You can't wipe sweat off your face.
No.
You can't
You're working on
sneeze,
an engine.
you
You,
know,
can't
no.
sneeze into it.
You can use it maybe as a Brillo pad.
You can't use it as a gag.
You can't like dry your car off with it.
No.
Only
You
thing is
can't
good-
wrap it around somebody's head, and in case you're taking them to a secret location.
Try to suffocate him.
The only thing it's good for is just having that mandatory no shirt, no shoes, no service, because that's technically a shirt.
That's true. That's why he wears them
Yeah.
for the gas stations.
So he get his liquor.
Hector comes in to Brian's shop and makes a huge purchase, and Brian's trying to figure out who's robbing all these people, right?
Yeah.
So he follows Hector to his garage.
Hector's going to be racing 3 Civics with spoon engines.
That's right.
What's a spoon engine?
It's the engine
Is
that
it
runs on
opposite of a
spoons.
fork
They fork.
engine?
Yeah, it's the other engines that fork.
It runs on
You
spoons.
just get them together and go clack, 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 and the kinetic energy
Yeah.
fuels the vehicle.
Spoon is a Honda tuning company.
Yeah.
That's how it sounds like
Slap
when
on
you,
the
get it, when you
knees.
get it going.
Apparently, my
like an
Pinto ran
old-timey
on
thing,
spoon
yeah.
engines. Clackety, 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 clackety. I'm missing a couple spoons. I'm getting it worked. I'm getting it looked at.
Got a Matrix style. There is no spoon.
There isn't any. There really wasn't. Oh, that was the other garage where there was no engines. But this one, he looks around. He sees a black Honda Civic, but it wasn't the right tires or whatever. So he's trying to scope inside his garage with a flashlight. As he's crawling back out, he gets knocked out by Vince.
With a shotgun.
I was like, oh, no. Vince, I'm sitting here thinking, he's going to have to kill Vince so that Dom doesn't find out. But Dom is there.
Oh, my God.
Also, right?
He's a cop.
He's a cat.
He's a cat, man. Sounds like something a cop would do. You freaking copy cop.
I smell
Hey,
cop.
Bobby's a cop, by the way.
Oh yeah.
How did Brian talk his way out of this?
Well aware.
Right?
You know, dude, this is about it's about I gotta I can't lose again.
Look
It's
over
about
there.
race wars. This is one of those moments you gotta be very careful about what you gotta say.
Well, you see, what had happened was I saw Hector was gonna race in Race Wars, and I don't have green fast car anymore, so I want to see what kind of spoons he had in his car, so that I wouldn't lose.
Yeah, not a
Because
cop.
I owe you, and because I'm not a police officer, I don't have a job. I need the money from this race.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm not a cop.
Right.
All right, checks out.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So you're gonna go into everybody's shop and see what they're running?
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
let's go.
Let's go.
Totally.
Yeah.
Now I am.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that
Yeah,
is what I
yeah.
was going to do. In fact,
How did you know?
Edwin's next.
Let's go.
Let's go. I wish they'd have gone to. I wanted to see Ja Rule one more time in this movie. I was sad he was just gone for the rest of the flick after this.
He
Did
got
you
a
want
song
to see
in
Ja
there.
Rule more in this, Bob?
Yeah, I like Ja Rule.
I thought he was good as Edwin.
He was.
They should have gone to his garage and had it just be really pathetic and nothing was in there.
Just like
Like,
a
he's just-
goldfish.
He's just like passed out in the corner,
Yeah.
It's just ludicrous that he's
Plain.
not in there.
Yeah,
playing a Panasonic DVD player.
I wish. He's
Sitting in a high chair, eating mac and cheese.
I would love to see him be Rick Yoon's, BICTH.
yes.
Just being a bike bitch.
That'd be perfect. And every time he stops his motorcycle, Ja Rule goes flying.
Ja Rule missile.
That's right. That's
Engage.
what's up, dude. Engage. This is about race wars, Dom. I can't lose again. So they take a ride to Johnny Tran's garage.
Of
And
course.
now they're sneaking through. It's Dom and Vince and Brian, and they're sneaking through Johnny Tran's garage.
Did cameras not exist back then? I feel like they did.
As rich as these guys were, you'd think, and the kind of stuff they had. Oh, they had no engines in their cars yet.
No, yeah.
But I did like that the garage door is open, and when the motorcycle guys pull up, the lights come on, and Brian is running across a fully lit garage while Tran is basically in the entryway.
Yeah.
And he's just, the actor has to be like, I don't see him.
He's like looking down
He's
and
like-
around. He's like, I don't know where I am.
Oh, that's weird.
look at
Lucky I can't see far with these eyes. You know,
Damn these eyes.
that's right.
I got astigmatism.
I
Nobody knows.
got cataracts real bad.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone.
That's why I can only race quarter mile.
He's just Asian.
see
He
any
actually
farther.
meant to say Cadillacs.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
No.
Can we take? I'm gonna take one away from you.
Oh, I didn't even have one.
He does.
That's such a bad one. I'm taking one away. We do this for you, Kurt.
I told you not to embarrass me before we started.
I'm
this.
sorry. I apologize.
That's all right.
Okay.
They do find a
Don't let it happen
pile.
again.
This is one of the most. Okay. All right. I don't have a lot of complaints about this movie, but this was one of the most ridiculous parts of this film. They find a stack of DVD players and televisions, like more than a person would just have.
Yeah, like
for
under a
themselves.
drop cloth.
Like
Right.
Yeah.
a huge amount.
Yeah.
But when they take that back to the cops and they get arrested, which we'll get to in a minute, they say that they got them legally.
Here's my thing. Those products can be had by illegal means, apparently, in this town area because it's happening. These people who will just pull up on you and pull guns and make you pull over and then shoot up your car and blow it up and ride motorcycles with guns and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
They wouldn't buy that stuff legally.
Are you
I'm
sure?
sorry.
So that's
they
okay.
might not have got them from stealing a truck, but they didn't get it
So
legally.
you think somebody else was bought, basically? Like the money was.
So strike number one.
Yeah.
It's stupid because they wouldn't have bought them legally.
They wouldn't have
Number two, what the frick does Johnny Tran need with 47 DVD players?
Right.
Do you see his house?
He's got a listen. He's got a really
TV
cool
in
house.
every room.
Yeah, he's got one of those TV walls.
Is that what it is? He's got a shredder.
Each
He's
one.
got the
He's got a shredder
set up.
wall, and he
And
needs
each
all
one
that stuff
has
of that.
its own DVD player.
Yes.
He's like, turns out here until we acquired those legally. Why though? You got to tell me why.
Why?
This is the pre-story to Shredder.
He was going to open a sports bar.
Exactly.
was just
He was
about-
trying to do Buffalo Wild Wings.
I was just about to go legit, man. My dad slapped me in my face, and now he's not going to invest in my wing business. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all these DVD players.
Crap.
You've really screwed me here, Brian. Oh, that's what it is. The subtext, I told you this movie's rich in subtext, is that Brian really ruined this guy's small business dreams.
Oh,
Right.
of course.
That's what this
There's
was.
going to be trans chickens.
I would not eat there.
Well, back to the dry cleaners.
That's right. Yeah, back again. He can always go back there.
Yeah, we can
Right.
always go back there.
Fail safe. Everybody's got to have a parachute. somewhere.
Sweatshops. Jackie
What's
Chan
your
films.
parachute if everything falls apart, Bob?
What's my favorite shoe?
No, what's your Yes, what's your favorite shoe? But also,
Yeah.
what's your parachute? Like everybody's got to have that thing that if all goes to hell, you can always do this. What's your parachute, man? If you're falling out of the plane.
Moving furniture.
No, that's it. That's what he's
That's
doing.
what he
now.
does right now.
Oh, that's what he's aspired to? I'm sorry, dude.
That's all right. I don't live for careers.
That's right.
What would I do? I don't know. Maybe I'd take you up on that idea for doing feet porn.
Yeah, you could always sell
You do
feet
have
pics.
beautiful feet.
I was gonna say.
Like
For a man, you've got really nice
callus,
feet.
Joe
Yeah.
and I's toes, first
Perfect.
episode.
Perfect. That's
We
Bob's
just scissor
golden
our toes.
Scissor our toes.
Wow. Toe scissoring. I am gagging over here. That is
Oh, jam scissoring.
ugh.
I have
No.
I have
Hard
nice
bar.
feet as well.
hard pass.
Toe jams
No,
with a Z. You know, they say, sorry.
Say what?
I was going to say, they say you don't need a parachute to skydive. You just need a parachute to skydive again.
Oh, nice. It's true.
It's one of those things you can do anything you want once.
We forgot to mention that some random white dude is in this garage getting a lube job from Johnny Tran. Oh,
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know.
What do you think, Lance? 40 weight? 50 weight? 40 weight sounds nice. Oh,
Yeah. I recommend 40 weight. It's a good consistency.
Use the extra virgin
for-
40 weight.
Yeah, it's a good consistency for waterboarding.
these
Forget
guys
to get
would
the
know.
chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're a smart fence. You think a couple of RB20.
Yeah.
What is it, RB20?
They're
So what's he supposed to get? Yeah, I was going to say, is he supposed to be the guy that gets him like their gear?
He's the part manager at Napa.
He's the guy. That's right. He's their fence.
Never any parts available.
They just pulled him out of an O'Reilly's.
But here's the thing. He's their fence.
parts.
They have a fence that is so on call that they can just drag him down to feed him motor oil when they don't like how it's going, yet they bought DVD players legally.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, it doesn't make any sense. The cops still think it's Toretto, right?
Because he beat a guy up.
For Paul Walker, right?
Yeah, because he beat this. You know, he beat that guy that one.
Yeah.
Time. So he's obviously stealing these DVD players.
He's way too controlled for that. This is the picture of control.
You going native on me, Brian? He says to him at one
Yeah,
point.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Have you seen her? We found out she was how old?
21.
21. Yeah, she's 21. So
good. Bob says
we're good.
Don shows Brian his muscle car. This is the next scene here. He unveils his
1970 Charger.
Yes. That car, out of all the cars in the movie, first of all, it's one that I actually know what it is. Like a lot of these, the newer, the racer ones, I'm like, what is this even?
Yeah.
That car was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
For sure.
Oh,
The way it lifts up when it like takes off. Oh, it was so cool.
so good stuff. So good. He's like, this is another. Basically, this point of the scene is it's a chance for Dom to give his backstory. Right? It scares me to drive it, man, because it's too powerful.
Yeah. Never drive. I just wax it.
That's right. I
Make it
just
look
at
pretty.
it. And sometimes I get too close. I get scared. That's just gonna leap out and get me, Brian.
I have nightmares on it.
You gotta rock me to sleep tonight, Brian. I'm afraid.
I mean, all right. I got things I'm supposed to go out
Sing
here.
soft kitty to me, Brian.
That's right. Because this car, man, it's got no soul,
Yeah.
and it frightens me when I look in its eyes.
So my dad burned to death, and I heard him screaming.
That's right.
But everybody said that he didn't scream; he just died on impact, and it was actually me screaming.
And it was
Oh, what was that? God, Jesus. Have a grabber over here, Brian.
Shut up, kid.
I watched my dad burn to death. I'm like, why didn't you help your dad not burn to death? Why'd you watch? That was the first thing I asked.
Too far.
You know,
He was a teenage kid.
Don't watch, man.
They don't care.
Get in there and
Get him a bucket of water. What are you doing?
Jeez.
Get his ass out of there, man.
Help me,
what are you
Tom
doing?
Cruise. Help me put out the invisible flame.
Oprah Winfrey, help me. Bob, you ever see me burning to death? You better stop it. Okay? So I'm saying, don't watch. I don't want you to be at my funeral and go, I watched him burn to death. That's not an okay sentence to say. Okay?
I did nothing in my power to help.
I filmed it.
I filmed it.
I filmed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
James,
Yes.
I will promise you this.
Yeah.
If you're on fire, I will definitely turn away.
Say not watch.
That's better. Don't watch.
I'm not going to watch
If
it.
you've already decided you're not helping, don't
just gonna be
watch.
like-
Just the video of you being like, get a hose. Can you please?
Currently, it's just my left leg.
This is gonna.
It hasn't even engulfed
I'm
me
gonna
yet.
be all right soon.
I can't do it, James. I can't look.
He's gonna turn around with his phone and film it selfie style.
So he's not watching, technically.
Guys, it's right there.
It's ridiculous.
You're standing next to a bucket of water.
Could you move?
Oh, that was
things
the
to
gas
gasoline,
bucket.
please.
That was the gas bucket. Sorry, bud.
And then Dom's like, later on, I ran into the guy that killed my dad or bumped his car or whatever. And he's a janitor at a high school, and I had a wrench, and I just beat him, Brian, and I got banned from the tracks forever.
Now he's special.
I was
I got
like,
a street race.
Now he licks windows and
Nope.
you got banned for beating up a janitor? Those aren't even like important people. Like, who cares? Do you know what I'm saying?
no. Okay, hold on now. He didn't beat up a janitor.
The guy's a janitor now. 'Cause that's all he can do.
Exactly.
okay.
He was a race car driver. He was beaten to the point where he's a little special now.
He has to ride a bus to work.
So janitors
Yes.
are special people.
Yeah,
you're saying.
that's basically what they're
And that's
saying.
somehow better than what I said?
no, that's
yes.
what they said.
That's what they said.
Movie said.
That's what the movie said.
No,
Yeah.
I know. That was the
That all
intended joke,
janitors-
was that the movie tries to be like, now he's got to be a janitor. And I'm like, every totally able, capable janitor in the world has been like, what the
Wait a
fuck?
minute. Every
I
janitor.
make good money.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. But janitors don't. They're slow.
Taking a great moment in a great movie and just all over it. It's great though. I love it.
No, it's it's
It's the
a
best
good
acting
moment.
I've seen him do besides Saving Private Ryan.
No, he's played the scene fine. We're having fun with it.
No, that's fine.
But-
I'm laughing with
Yeah,
you.
he played the scene well. All right, then we have I'm going to skip through this scene because it means nothing. Brian goes, has dinner with Mia, and she shows she can drive a little too.
Doesn't
on
matter.
the way home.
Brown chicken,
whatever.
brown cow.
Right. And then it cuts back to the part shop, and I'm like, Brian sleeps in the shop?
Well, because
with his lady.
And with Mia also there?
yeah.
You want to hook up at my place? It happens to be a retail store.
They make you coffee.
That's cool.
Hey, if things don't work out with me and my lady, that might be my option.
Well, that's fine.
That was his parachute.
There's no showers.
That's right. Cops, this is when cops, go and arrest Tran, and Lance gets freaking choke slammed.
Dude, that was hilarious. Guys,
Yes.
like one cop.
Yeah.
I almost felt nobody's gonna get this reference, but it almost feels like that one firefighter when we closed down the road to shoot Mother Man.
yes.
Yeah.
When he kicked the front of the car because he
Put his foot through the hood.
Yeah. It was almost like that same energy as like I
Turn
see
that hood into a taco shell.
But it was
was
DUI o'clock.
All right, the Trans get taken in by the cops. His dad bitch slaps him in front of everybody because he's mad. And it's all like intercut with Letty and Dom playing patty cake on the couch.
Yeah. On the car. Yeah, whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we get the cop scene where they're like, oops. So it turns out he's legit, even though he's like doing drive-bys and blowing up cars.
Low rent weapons violation.
Yeah, a couple, silenced Uzis. Yeah, that's all right. They're fine.
They're fine. All right, but basically the cop's like, you got 36 hours, bro. 36 hours.
That's a
car,
day and a
The
half.
car is done. Right, it's a day and a half. The car, the red car that they're trying
Supra,
to build,
orange
Supra,
Supra,
whatever
yeah.
is now, it's orange, that's right, sorry, is done, and it's time for race wars, which are not what I thought they were going to be. I thought it was going to be like Mexicans fighting black people, like in an arena or something.
Oh,
It got
I was
close.
gonna like.
It got a white.
Jeez.
The race
It
wars.
got
I thought
Dom
it was gonna
fighting
be.
an Asian guy. So I mean,
It kind of is, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, race wars took on a different connotation than what ended up happening.
Another quick
Right?
little iconic scene. I know you skipped it,
You guys give me crap.
but
What? It was called race wars.
Yeah, I assumed because they're race cars.
Oh, well,
I
I'm
mean,
an idiot, so I don't know.
I feel like I was
race
smart
like
enough.
not like running from like start to finish. Race like a human.
You thought it was going to
group.
be like Usain
He
Bolt
thought it
out
was
there.
like
Yeah.
human nationalities
I thought it'd
fighting
be like
each other.
you get the white guys versus the Asians because they're kind of close.
Sure.
And then you put like
like a bracket system.
multiple levels of brown across the spectrum until you get to the end, Wesley Snipes.
Sure.
And then like tournament style until
Yeah.
there's one person left and you see what the best race is. That's what I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be.
I think we're waiting for Bob to get back.
Bob, Bob, save us.
We need you to parent this. You are the voice of reason.
I'm sorry. Okay. I thought it was a weird thing for a racing movie to do this. Anyway,
I mean, any smart janitor would have figured that one out.
can we talk about Ferrari guy on their way to race wars?
Yeah, so like this is before
He was a
Race Wars.
producer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Their first
BC
test
series
drive
was.
Yeah.
on the
Supra.
They go out and it's like
Dom
"Hey,
and Brian, yeah.
What's the retail on one of those? More than you can afford. Ferrari and revs it.
Yeah.
Smoke them.
So yeah, they're on a
And-
stoplight
okay.
or whatever, right? Yeah.
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 I mean, yeah. So of course, yeah, the Supra's faster than a Ferrari.
And Brian pulls it into oncoming traffic and all this
Yeah.
stuff and just, smokes the Ferrari. All right.
He becomes Paul Racer.
Cool.
He did not crash the Supra into anything though.
No, he didn't.
So-
That time was good.
Good brakes.
Just saying, it was awful risky considering they hadn't got to race wars yet.
Right.
And Brian's feeling the pressure, so while they're having their snack before race wars, he's like,
I can't afford my own shrimp.
get me in on the side business I know you're
Yeah.
into.
He hushes the shrimp.
Yeah.
He's like,
I got
you watch him. He like puts his hand over the shrimp. He's like, hush.
Hush. We're talking business.
Yeah.
And he's like, we'll see what happens after race wars.
Shrimp
Right?
in business.
That's
What's
right.
what's going to change between race war now and race war?
Nothing.
He's gonna make some.
They
money
need the
off
movie to get. They need to get later into the movie before they make the reveal. That's the only.
Is that
thing.
what it is?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like I can't tell you right now. There's too much movie left.
All right, that makes more
Yeah.
sense. Thank you.
If I walk, the movie will be over. Like that's basically what this is. All right.
No more beaming.
Like-
no more beaming.
They
This time I'm walking.
to the race wars, and it's a 15, 20-second montage of whores. Again.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like, who are these women?
God bless
Like,
America.
oh, they need me for race wars, Mom. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't need to pack anything. Right?
I mean, at least a lunch. Take a lunch.
Take a
Yeah.
lunch.
Take a sandwich, maybe some water.
Yeah. Tuna?
You could get a little dehydrated out there.
Letty wins. Letty wins $2,000. Is that it? People just race for $2,000. That's it.
Apparently, that was
that's
the
a common
what it is.
Yeah.
He wanted Letty to race him for his or her ass. I think that's what he asked for. And I'm like, well, joke's on him because she has a dick. So,
and it probably not worth.
I mean, her last name starts with Rod.
That's right.
And probably not worth $2,000.
No, not worth $2,000.
Can we?
Now,
Bob's sitting over there
Eating a cookie.
eating a freaking cookie.
He's got a point.
He's like, we're talking about her dick, and he's like, yeah. No.
he would have been disappointed. I'm happy he lost, so he didn't have to find out.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. All right. I love Michelle Rodriguez.
She was
The hottest man I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow.
She
Michael
was dating
Rodriguez.
Vin
That is
Diesel.
bull. No way.
She was dating Vin Diesel during this.
Oh, was she really?
Yeah.
In real life?
Yeah,
I mean,
real life.
I'm
If
kidding.
she was a guy.
People know I'm kidding. She's not a man. I don't think. I've never seen.
She definitely has a penis.
No, she doesn't.
In a jar somewhere, maybe. I don't know.
She's going to have Joe's penis in a jar pretty soon.
What?
All right.
How's it?
Jesse, here's the crux of
How is it every single time I get pinned for a bad joke?
You're gonna get us canceled.
You start the damn thing.
You're gonna get us canceled.
I just like
4 years of work down the toilet.
put another layer on it, and then Bob's like, "Come on, Joe. Jeez.
Whoa, Joe.
Joe, redeem yourself.
Whoa.
Joe, write down the microphone. I want you to redeem yourself. Then we won't get canceled.
No.
Say, I like Wicked.
Yeah. If you affirm,
We're all going to hell, guys. It's been fun. It's been a real fun ride. I can't. I can't.
The main
You're
crux.
talking about the company that puts out movies, right?
Yeah, sure. The main crux of what happens at Race Wars is this race between Jesse and Tran.
Yes.
Jesse comes running out of the tent, and Brian's trying to like, "Where are you going, dude?"
I'm going to be just like you, man.
Yeah, I got to race. I'm racing for Pinks, dude. It's his dad's car who's in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So my dad gets out, we can roll together. He's going to go right back in and he kills you.
Yeah, Brian's
what kind of
talking
car
him
is
out of
it?
it.
I can't
He's got a
remember.
Jetta.
Volkswagen
A Jetta.
Jetta.
He's racing an S2000, some fool in a Honda 2000.
Right.
And he doesn't know who the fool is.
Right.
Like, you were out, look out for this guy particularly.
You know who Johnny Tran is?
You know who he is.
I don't think he saw him until the window rolled.
Yeah, because he rolled down the window and he's
Johnny
like,
Tran rolled the window
You
down.
don't make the deal to race for pink slips without talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a somebody that handles the cash.
Nah, I don't think that's true.
It was Lance, and you're like, it's probably not the same guy.
That's not the same guy. It's
Yeah,
It's
so
not gonna be that guy.
That's JT. Just says JT on the
They race, and he's like, "There's no way I'm going to lose, so I'm not going to lose my dad's car." And
Visualize
of course,
the win.
He
I'm serious, Jess. You got to visualize the win.
Visualize an attack.
he hits the Nas and gets out ahead of Johnny Tran, but Johnny Tran goes too soon, Junior, and hits his Nas. Is it just the last person to hit the Nas wins the race? Is that how it works? That's how it seems like it works.
In this movie, that's
now-
how
yeah.
it works.
I've said it before, and I've got flamed for it before. Nitrous oxide works by helping you make more horsepower, and if you use it sooner, you will eventually cover the quarter mile faster. So it's safe to say you should use your nitrous as early as you can without breaking traction to go the fastest you possibly can. However, in situations like this where you're street racing, it is sometimes advantageous to hold some back so that the other guy doesn't put all of theirs out and they think they've got you covered, and then you can surprise them right at the end. But you've got to be there. Right? So he was already behind. He had to go. Right? He didn't have a choice. He had to go. So
It's like listening to Ryan. What's advantageous?
What's that?
Advantageous?
That's the thing you do 25 days before Christmas. You just put it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank
Thank you.
Little chocolates. You get the little chocolates.
My daughter gets one of those, but it's filled with Legos.
An advantageous calendar.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
So Jesse just keeps driving after the race.
Yeah.
He just doesn't stop. He's like,
I'm good.
Can't have my car if I just keep going.
Psych.
See ya.
Like, this guy's a genius. No one's ever thought of that before.
Amazing.
Well, even Tran comes out. He's like, "Where's he going with my car?"
my car.
Yeah. He goes over to Dom to basically to complain like, he's driving away with my car.
Yeah.
And Dom's like, well,
Go get it.
Go get it. Right?
He's getting a car wash.
He's like, that's what he says.
Yeah.
He's like, you get my car. Basically calls Dom a narc because he got arrested. And he's like,
I'm
only
not
you.
a narc. Yeah.
And Dom-
SWAT came into my house. They disrespected my whole family.
Okay, so
I never knocked on nobody.
so
Did you see who broke up the fight? Oh, go ahead. You first, Joe.
yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So
Wicked
Vin
to
Diesel
that?
does not stop. Vin Diesel, his character. What's his character's name again? Dom. You know, the big thing, his main thing is he does not want to go back to jail.
Yep.
under any circumstances.
before I go
So yeah. So he can't do anything to go back to jail, and that's why he can't be the racer. And he proceeds to beat the living hell out of this guy.
Yeah.
There's security guards, like sheriff officers, right there, like pulling him apart.
It's race wars. They're supposed to be fighting.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it like a hockey match where they just like
a Samoan?
You get a pass?
This is what I'm like. I'm like, finally race wars, because the Samoan security guy pulls him off. Do you see who it was, Bob? It was freaking E Honda from Street Fighter that pulled Dom. He had a little part in this movie.
Oh, really?
He checked him in. He was the same security guard when they drove through and they checked in to race
like,
wars.
Welcome to race.
Welcome to Race Wars. Same guy that pulled him off at the end was the guy that played E Honda in Street Fighter.
Oh, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like, they had one line in a tiny role, but I was just like, hell yeah, man.
Good for him.
Good for him. And this was like, what, 7 years after Street Fighter? He's got a tiny part. Like,
Oh, he doesn't have to work a day in his life. He got that Street Fighter check.
I'm
I mean,
saying,
is
dude.
any part that guy takes a tiny part?
no, technically not.
No.
They all take off because Dom's like, I got to pull a job right now, or whatever he says to me. And Mia get in a fight with him because he's,
We can't do this without Jesse.
That's right. Brian yells
But they
at Mia.
leave and do it without Jesse.
Right. And Brian starts yelling at Mia like, you got to tell me what Dom said. Tell me what Dom said, because they all took off in a huff or whatever. And this is where he outs himself. He says, I'm a cop.
She's like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I am. No, you're not.
I am a cop, but I still like you, though.
Yeah.
Okay?
You can't be a cop because, like,
I'm a cop. I still have a crush on you. If you still want to be my girlfriend,
Mark, yes or no?
that's mark yes or no right here.
You guys say yeah.
Okay?
everything I
Here's
ever
the
felt
note.
about you was real.
That's what he says. You got to help me save them. I'm the only one that can. So, boom, cut to them. They're driving together, right?
In the Supra.
In the Supra.
That didn't take a lot of convincing, by the way.
No, not.
Did they refill that back up in gas, by the way?
Had to.
The crew is gearing up in their cars and their black Civics or whatever, and they're hesitant because they don't have Jesse, right? And so they're all like, doesn't feel right, man. Everybody takes turns telling Dom it doesn't feel right. And Dom's like,
I had a dream.
I don't believe you. I had a dream that we were dancing in the
only
moonlight
thing
or
that
whatever the hell he
changes
says.
Is that Vin,
What did you say, James?
They were dancing in the moonlight or something, like me and Letty were, Mexico. They were on a beach in Mexico. That's
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, sorry.
yeah, sorry.
the only thing that changes about this heist versus the first one is on the first one, Civic driven by a loser in other car pulls up. Jesse gets out or Jesse's probably driving. The other guy gets out, harpoons out the window. They drive away. Then the Vince car gets in and does. It's two different cars, two different harpoon guns. The only thing here is two harpoon guns in one car.
Right.
Nothing else changes.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Jesse's not even that good. Like, he isn't. He's like,
He's not.
if you had to cut somebody from the team, you'd probably cut Jesse.
Yeah.
Dude, he should be an MIT.
Maybe Vince.
If he were, if there was
That's where he went. He went and filled out an application.
That's where he was. Where's he at? He's running from Tran. No, I'm just trying to fill out an application.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Give me like 2 days.
Seriously. I don't know what I'm doing, man.
Got that attention disorder deficit
right.
thing.
And I will tell you, anyone who has ADHD or ADD, they will let you know.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yep.
So they roll up. They roll up in their Civics midday, bright daylight.
Yes.
Up on this truck on the highway. No masks.
Nope.
None, except for when the dude Vince puts a helmet on to get out the roof of the car. Vince
Shoots the harpoon.
shoots the harpoon, and Dom at the last second, as he's crawling across the wire, notices that the driver has a shotgun.
Yeah.
And so he tries to tell Vince to stop, but he doesn't. And
Yeah, because it's after the second harpoon where it's
Yeah.
in the seat.
Yeah.
And he's starting to make his way to the truck.
And then he shoots the truck driver shoots out the wire, and now Vince is just hanging on the grill of this semi truck.
Yeah.
Great stunt.
Yeah.
Imagine-
fantastic.
Imagine I'm driving the car.
This was intense. I thought.
And you've harpooned the seat of the semi truck we are about to steal to make our greatest score ever.
Okay.
Right? You're on the roof.
Got it.
And I go to yell something to you and you can't hear me, right?
Okay.
Like, hey, this guy's got a shotgun.
Sure.
And I just go, If you hear all of a sudden the horn honking that wasn't part of the plan whatsoever, what's your move? Keep going? No.
I would probably hit on his sister.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Try to
But
see
I would
if you can get
assume
with her.
that
Yeah.
you could probably
That's
get
what
the
the horn
attention
No,
of the
no.
guy.
But try to get with her immediately because you might not be able to later.
Yeah. Order
like
a sandwich.
I like his idea.
I would
I
order a
hate your
sandwich.
face.
No, I get what your point is. Yes.
Legit,
I would-
like,
legit.
try to get his attention.
Yes.
Slow down.
Slow
like, hey,
down.
we're
Yeah.
not supposed to slow down back closer to this car and take the slack out of the wire so I can't crawl across. There's plenty of ways.
Yeah.
I would have bet $2,000.
That's what you would have called
Yeah.
him and doubled down.
Yeah, I would have doubled down.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Here's 2,000. Here's my pink slip.
Yeah.
Is that
Just hand it to the truck driver?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, here's my shotgun.
There you go.
It was a great stunt. I thought this was
It
probably
really was,
the most
yeah.
intense scene
Yeah.
in the movie. 'Cause he
It was
tries to crawl
ridiculous.
up. It was ridiculous. The shotgun, he fires a couple more times. It's like reloading on the
Yeah.
seat next
Yeah,
to him.
which is cool.
And at one point, Vince gets flipped over to the passenger door side, and his arm gets caught up
Yep.
in the wire that's
Yep.
still hooked to him. So Dom is like, unhook. He's like trying to get him to unhook
can't.
himself. Right. It's crazy.
Just pull your arm off.
Dom gets his tires shot up, but can just keep going.
Right.
But
Fine.
he's like
He's
still
fine.
kind of like all over the place.
Or run flats.
Yeah. Letty then like,
Mishimoto run flats?
I'll come around and get him. So Letty zooms underneath the
Of course.
trailer again, comes back around, and she gets hit and rolls.
Immediately.
Like
yeah.
immediately. And then the other guy, I don't remember his
Women
name.
drivers.
I knew
I
it.
was gonna say it. Jeez, Bob, can you believe Clint just said that?
Take it easy.
I know
Talking
the
about-
honesty.
Women.
Why was
hardest
Michelle
part.
Rodriguez the only
drivers?
one that couldn't
Women
drive?
drivers are trash cans.
Take it easy, Joe.
I'm joking.
God, you're gonna get us canceled.
Why was Michelle Rodriguez the only one that couldn't drive?
I'm joking.
No reason.
No reason.
Okay.
reason.
Just leave it at that. Yeah. There's no reason.
Because she didn't have a penis.
After all of this, Brian shows up.
That's the truth right there.
Here comes Brian and Mia, like flying up.
Yeah.
because everyone else is like just gone. The other dude who stopped to go get Letty out of her rolled
Yeah.
car.
I like he had to be told to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like,
go back and get her.
okay, that's probably a good idea.
Vince gets shot through the door. Okay, so he's now shot in the abdomen. He's laying on the step you step onto to get into the cab. Like he's
Just bleeding.
just bleeding.
His arms bleeding. His
I would
guts
say
bleeding.
this: if you're firing a shotgun like that, you're ejecting yourself out of the truck.
Dude, it's the driver was very capable
The
with that
recoil on
shotgun.
that thing?
No.
No.
You don't think so?
No. You can
No,
hold a
he's not-
shotgun out like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
No.
he's not shooting like slugs.
But regardless,
That's just bird. That's just basically just bird shot or turkey shot. That's not that big a deal.
Bigger hold buckshot even.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
I stand
But-
corrected.
I don't think
well,
it was
regardless,
buckshot.
Bob, I will say this: that driver was real capable with that shotgun.
He was good.
Like real capable.
He was able to this entire
Shift
time
gears.
right down the lane.
Oh, you know how those truck drivers got gigantic right arms and wimpy left arms. That's why he was so good at it.
That's all the shit.
Because all that shifting. You ever seen a truck driver's right arm? It's like a tree trunk.
I've seen Stallone.
We got a lot of truck drivers that listen to our show. I'm jealous of it. They get that one arm thing, like an over the top, where they're just working out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's why he handled that shotgun like that.
Actually, on the back of his truck, he's got a bumper sticker that says "Shift happens."
Right.
I do have to say though, I think this was almost like a wet dream, or a little little tiny little
For you,
fantasy.
or I don't-
Please let me stop.
Okay.
Please stop.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let him finish.
That's
wet
his
dream.
bag
Get it?
all the time, right?
Get it? He's
Let me
talking
finish
about a
my
wet
wet
dream,
dream.
and he says, "Let me
Okay.
finish."
All right. All right. It's a rough one today.
It's like a
If
episode
you were a
4
truck
kind of
driver, this was like a little like you thought this was cool as hell. Like you kind
wanted
of
to.
fantasized about somebody trying to jack your rig, and you fended them off with a 12 gauge sawed off shotgun, blowing out the doors. Like this was cool for you.
Yeah, that's what the cop said was going to happen too, right?
Yeah.
The truckers are going to arm
Vigilante
themselves.
justice.
And every trucker listening was like, "Hell yeah!
We're gonna do this.
Somebody come harpoon my windshield. Find out what happened."
And jack my rig.
That's right.
Just
I'd jack my own rig.
yeah, I would if I could.
With my baiting arm.
That's why their right arm is so big.
You know what I'm saying?
Jacking their rigs.
With my baiting arm.
That's right.
Yeah. With my shifting hand.
Wait, what do you?
Brian
what?
jumps.
You
Brian
guys still talking about trucks?
No.
Yeah.
Brian jumps over out of the car, tells Mia
Sorry.
to take the wheel and hit the gas, and jumps over. There's no room on this step for Vince, but he's going to jump over and join him over there.
Well, there's a second step.
Okay. Yeets Vince back into the Supra.
He's strong.
Okay. Throws a man and then jumps himself, narrowly avoiding a shotgun blast, jumps himself and onto the back of his car. Now, obvious stunt person in most of these shots, but still an incredible stunt.
Yeah.
So kudos to everybody
Eats
involved. there.
like six like tall weeds to the face.
Yes.
Going into the ditch.
I would have liked to have seen just the truck driver as like Brian's about to leap.
Flipping off.
No, just do a quick little like
Yeah.
just crank it to the left a little bit and then he just
comes short.
just skips halfway across.
He doesn't jump and he just shorts him.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just see him
Like
skip
in the
along
Wile E.
the
Coyote.
backside.
Go rolling down the street.
Perfect. All right.
And then the crash pad comes in the camera scene.
they have Vince off on the side of the road. They all pull off, and Vince is dying on the side of the road. And so Brian has to do the noble thing here, and he calls the cop hotline, right?
Yep.
Right in front of Dom.
Yeah.
Right.
This is Officer Brian, whatever my name is. And
and
Dom
was mad.
getting
He
all
was mad.
swole up right in front of him, right?
Paul's just like, I don't.
He's going into shock.
He's going to shock.
I got things.
He's got
please.
he's got a wound in his abdomen. I need backup assistance now. Now, goddammit, it, now.
Send a fight for
Quickly,
life.
somebody get here now.
He's
Or
going
else
into shock or I'm going to die.
There's gonna be 2 people dead.
And Dom
if you
just-
don't get here now.
I'm just looking at him like, you're not family? What? And
I gave you a beer.
that's right. You had
fed you chicken.
at my house.
We shared shrimp together.
The freaking chopper is there in 4 seconds.
You shrimp.
You know, how long would that chopper take to get out? They're in the middle of nowhere.
They got to get it off the ground.
Right.
What'd they say? They're 40 miles, 50 miles up the road or something.
Right.
So who knows where this.
So like 2-3 minutes.
After that intense
14
phone
seconds.
call.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just picture this. After that intense phone call, they got to 25 minutes. They got to wait for this chopper. And so they're just standing around like,
Somebody put some pressure on that wound, eh?
so
you're a cop, huh?
So what's that? Mark Wahlberg comes out.
yeah.
So you're a cop, huh? So what's that about?
His blood pressure is getting pretty low.
Yeah, it's weird. So,
I think he's lost a lot of
yeah,
color.
hopefully that chopper gets here soon.
This guy was right, by the way. The entire time.
Also, Vince.
Vince was right the
He
entire
just
time.
leads up and goes, I told you so.
That's right.
And Vince is like, yeah.
He was in his last breath, like, he's a cop.
After the chopper gets there, Dom goes into his other car. Brian's standing there, and Mia has to choose. Like there's this moment of
she doesn't know. Like there's
know what
an
to do.
actual hard choice here.
But she chooses her brother and follows Dom. Of course, she's known Brian for like a month.
Right.
Right. And follows Dom. And then the next scene is at Dom's house where Brian rolls up on Dom's house and they scream at each other with guns drawn because he blocks the driveway and he's trying to get his scary. I thought you were too scared to drive that. That's right. Move your car. I'm not moving my car. It's just screaming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Screaming at each other.
I hate when people block me in my parking spot.
That's right.
too.
Not running. I gotta find Jesse before they do. I'm all the kids got.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then turns out
Jesse?
Jesse's right around the corner.
Oh, look at there's Jesse, guys.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing, man.
I stop at the Hawaiian burger joint. Give me a Hallelujah burger.
Big Kahuna burger.
Big Kahuna burger. I had to get a drink to wash down my tasty beverage. I get a tasty beverage to wash this down. I don't know, man.
Meanwhile, here comes Tran and Lance. Okay.
Of course, everybody rolls up at the same time that the camera crew just happens to be there.
The worst drive-by in movie history. They shot 4,000 bullets. Dom is standing right there in the front yard.
He's hitting nobody but
The
Jesse.
dirt and grass got murdered.
Gorilla
hard.
crawling across the lawn.
Landscapers are gonna be pissed.
That's honestly. Only Jesse is shot.
Yeah.
Only Jesse. Mia's on the porch.
Cop standing there at the end of the driveway.
Yeah. Cop
Plot
standing
armor.
there. Cop standing there with a gun. Right? And all they kill is Jesse. I'm like, you guys deserve to get got. That was the worst drive-by ever. You should be embarrassed.
Yep.
As a police
I told you I have eyesight problems.
So I couldn't see him in my garage. I can't see this now.
Glaucoma.
That's what it is.
I need corrective lenses.
I told you I have cataracts.
They both chase Tran. Brian in his car, Dom in his muscle car. Bro shoots behind him in freaking circles. There's a shot of Tran shooting behind him. Maybe it was Lance at the car is following him, and he's literally doing this.
Yeah.
With his arm.
Just toilet
It's
bowl in
called-
it, yeah.
Like toilet bowl in it, and a big giant circle behind him.
Like 3 different shots in a row, they shoot up the same Lincoln. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love that. They showed that like 3 different times, but it was the same set of cars.
Only criticism. Most of the race scenes I thought were pretty well done. This specific one was so shaky.
Yeah.
There was about 9 shots in a row where it was indiscernible what I was looking at. And I was just like, come on, guys. And then finally Dom tail whips Lance over a
That
hill.
was great. But now he's dead. He went down the hill, so he's dead now.
He's not dead, but he's like,
moving.
you know what you did.
That's right. He just walks up the top of the hill. He's like, yes, I.
Yeah.
Lance was moving.
Make you think twice next time you killed my friend.
And then Brian smokes Tran, shoots him.
Right
dead.
in the side.
Right in the side. And then Dom is like, I don't know, a block up a hill or whatever and sees what happens and takes off. So Brian's got to jump back in his. He call 911 and yells at these people.
Well, at least Tran lives to die another day.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Takes off after Dom and they end up at a stoplight.
Yes.
Figures.
And he rolls the window down and he says, it's a quarter mile to the train track.
Train crossing is exactly a quarter miles away.
Yeah.
Used to drag
light
race
goes
here
green
when I was a child.
Yeah. That's
I
right.
had my Tonka truck out here. Used to drag race all the time.
Cool story. You're under arrest? I don't know. Cool.
I still have my gun. You don't?
But no, Brian wants to race him.
That is a fair point. He goes to hop in the car to leave, and he throws the shotgun on the ground and doesn't bring
Pick
it with.
it up.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to need this later.
So after Dom tells his story, Brian just reaches out and shoots his tires.
Yeah.
Pop.
Done.
No, but there's
he wants to
something
race
in Brian that even though he wants to arrest him, he wants to see if he can beat him.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Of
of
respect.
course.
Best there's ever been.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Because this is still Dom
This
Toretto
is Dom.
in his scary car. That he's too scared. He's like, if he's scared to drive this, I could probably beat him. Right?
Right.
Look at him. He's
I got a
pissing
one up.
He's pissing his pants right now.
Look at him. Look at him.
He said he was scared.
he's got pee coming through the floorboard.
So sure enough, it goes green, and they both floor this thing.
All right. Quarter
Okay.
mile.
Yeah.
Quarter mile.
1,320 feet.
At
Quarter
least.
mile away.
That's what you say.
Right. But I'm just, it's a nice round number. Everybody's going to know it.
Yeah.
All right. So quarter mile away. Stoplight turns green.
The
Crossing-
stoplight.
The stoplight turns
Okay.
green.
The
Yeah.
traffic signal.
Whatever.
It's
All right,
it's
let's get to the end of this
be
movie,
such a
please.
twat. All right. So like the crossing gates for this train track have not lit up yet.
No.
9-second car, he says. Call it 10s on the street because of traction, this, that, the other thing. They are across that way before the train comes anywhere near.
Yeah, because the
that
train
intersection,
starts lighting up
right
well before it gets.
way before. They're gone.
But it looks cool, though,
It looks
Clint.
cool.
Come on.
I'm telling
The
you,
rule of
Stop
realism-
being that
Right.
guy.
The rule of cool supersedes this.
I have to say it because it needs to be said,
Why?
but I still love it.
Why?
They
You
barely.
got to be
Great.
their nose and nose. They barely clear this train.
Right.
Barely.
And you think everything is cool. They made it.
And they look over at each other, and Dom's like, respect you.
Freaking truck out of nowhere, dude. It's like just like
beautiful.
it's like
beautiful
random
car.
arrow, but
It's a beautiful
freaking
stunt,
truck.
though.
Yeah, it was.
It's
Great.
a well shot, beautiful stunt,
100%.
epic.
I did
We'll
mean,
go down
Seeing the Charger go over
as the other car went under.
it might be the most iconic Fast and the Furious shot.
100%.
I mean, it was like from the original. I remember it was in all the trailers.
That
It
and
was
the
like,
bridge jump was
Yeah.
pretty sick too.
yeah,
But and
this-
from
this
Dude.
was amazing.
But I meant to ask you, the torque off the line.
okay, so no, that was a fake rig, and if you look
Okay.
at the bottom of the car when they do it, you can actually see the gray panel
Okay.
CGI that they did to stop you from seeing it. They did do the burnout and immediately force the front end up hydraulically. It
So
was
can a
not-
car do that though? If it's
You can do
100%.
you can do a burnout and still transition into a wheelie, absolutely, depending on the weight bias of the car. You watch our wheel stander cars that are set up for it completely. Yes, absolutely, you can.
I just was curious
but
if it was
you
movie
wouldn't.
magic. Yeah.
But if you have enough
Wouldn't be
torque,
fast.
if you have enough torque, you're pulling the front end up.
Sure, but if you're spinning the tires, you're not putting traction down.
So for a race, it's not a
Okay.
good idea.
Right.
So I think James was asking, is it possible
Yes.
for a car to have enough power to lift its
Like, is that
tires off
was that
the
a
ground?
was that a Hollywood thing?
No, you
or-
can absolutely do wheelies with cars.
But what you're saying is, for a drag race, it's dumb to do that.
For
No, wheelies happen.
No, oh my God, this is killing me here. He is saying that in the film, when he first takes off, the wheels are smoking. So their wheels have broken their traction.
Right.
Therefore, it is impossible for the vehicle to get the nose up.
All right, explain it to me
You
like I'm a janitor. We love our janitors out there. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
We
there's
love
this
all
mop.
our especially
All right. So, finally,
Stanley Spazinski.
now they're just, he pulls Dom out of the car. We got to get through this. We're running so long. He gets
Not my fault.
No, I know. I'm just letting you guys know.
Clint and his
Dom gets pulled out of the car by Brian. And you think we're waiting for the cops because I think you can hear sirens at this point, right? And he says, I owe you a 10-second car, and hands him the keys to the Supra.
Like a douche.
Right?
Right. Who hands keys to somebody like that?
And he lets him
throw him.
respect. He respected him.
Right, but the way he held them with it so you could see the logo on the key. And that.
And Dom gets away, and off to Mexico he goes. He's out.
He's gone.
And that's Fast and the Furious Part 1.
Okay.
9 more to go.
Now we're going to talk about a ball right now.
No,
The show's not over yet.
There's the Fast and the Curious.
That's a different one.
There's the Curious and the Slow.
The sequel was the Fast and the Bi-Curious.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a different one.
they like muscle cars and rice burners.
That's right.
I'm not bi-curious. I'm bi-furious.
We have an important thing we've got to do here, or we can't move on with the show. We have to recast this movie with a certain actor.
They did, because Paul Walker died.
They did. So what if Arnold Schwarzenegger was in Fast and the Furious? Ooh. Tell me that wouldn't be incredible. Incredible.
Johnny Tran.
Johnny Tran?
No, as Michelle Rodriguez.
Come into my house.
My father slapped me in front of me, and I just want to open a decent store. Okay? I don't want to be a bad guy anymore, just drive-bys. I just want to sell VCRs.
I want to sell buffalo wings.
That's right. A wing shop.
So instead of
going
just
to call
like
it-
an Asian, it would be like an Austrian.
They'd all be Austrian. All
It
be
would still be
Lederhosen
race
and
wars?
everything. They'd still be race wars. They could still be race wars.
So
Could you imagine Dom punching out
That's right.
you?
You and
It was
Doc.
you.
It was you. Stop it. Be awesome.
Oh, my fist.
We could also, if Arnold had been, let's see what Ryan Doherty is playing along with. He goes, I originally thought the pizza boy at the beginning of the movie would have been great, but it was not enough screen time. I decided to go with Sergeant Tanner. The first scene where they pull over Brian and you don't see his face right away. Imagine just hearing Arnold's voice and excitement you'd feel. You going native on me? Is that what you're doing? We have 36 hours. Stop it. It'd be great. He was just the police captain. All right, we'll go on to the next one. John Seymour.
Michelle Rodriguez. That was my choice.
You want him to be Letty?
Yes. I want to see him make out with Vin
Could
Diesel.
you imagine Vin Diesel grabbing his ass and picking him up?
Dom, what
Grabbing
is
his
this?
glutes.
I smell skanks.
Exactly.
Why don't you come upstairs and give me a massage?
Yeah.
Now.
You're tired.
If you
Give
want
me a
ass, why don't you
massage.
go cruise Hollywood Boulevard? If you want excitement, it's
right.
too large.
I think he should have been the 70 Charger. Just anytime he'd rev his engine.
Can't drive him. I'm too scared to drive him.
Damn right.
Just Arnold Schwarzenegger with a steering wheel coming out of his
chair.
back.
And when he torques off the line, it's just him flexing. Jonathan Seymour says, Letty, just like Joe. Imagine the scene where Dom and Letty are getting ready for race wars, and Dom has to wrap his hands around Arnold's toned ass.
Thank you.
And try to pick him up in a sexy way.
Heck yeah.
And as he's struggling, Letty is getting annoyed and says, do it now. When Dom fails and Arnold ends up picking him up, and
Cradle him like a baby.
it's Arnold's turn to get to Dom's chopper, if you know what I mean. Dang, John. No, thank you very much, dude. Mega intensity playing along with us. I would keep the same dynamic, not switching out the top two, but put him as Tran. Imagine a whole group of Austrians with a thank you. I want a bunch of guys. What do they ride? Tricycles over in Germany, like just pedaling. Unicycles.
Yeah.
With
Tricycles?
German sausages hanging out of their mouth.
Are they all janitors?
It's a beautiful car. It's an incredible piece of machinery for me to poop on.
So at the end, right? So when they know Tran's coming down the road, that's what they hear. Like instead of
Tran's coming.
You just hear wiki 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 ring ring ring.
That's it. Be awesome, man. I like it.
Or if it was Lance and he goes to freaking tail whip him with the car, and he just punts the car off the other side of the road.
I love it. For Arnold, he goes, it's Jesse all day. He had the best one-liners. Can you imagine Arnold? Hell yeah, he's going to wear that beanie hat the whole movie, running up to Brian after the first race. He would pick up the front of the car. Was that fun? Wait, you don't just climb in the ring with Ali because you think you can box.
He knows how to box.
After he lost the race to Johnny Tran, Arnold would just have killed him with one punch and drove off if that's what would have sparked the drive-by in front of Dom's house.
Yeah.
Also, Arnold's prayer of the barbecue would have been even better. Listen to me. Hello, holy car spirits. I don't want any more cars. I need guns and bullets and pepperoni pizza.
What if Arnold was Ja Rule's girlfriend?
There you go.
Yeah, the Monica. Yeah.
Listen, if you win,
If you can have this titty,
win or lose, you get this. It's my
you
peck.
get the other peck.
It's too hard for you to squeeze with 2 hands, so I'll give you both of them, but only if you win.
And if you win, you can have Hans and Franz.
And then we got Bobby Rowland, a.k.a. Sweet D and Sugar Teas.
Oh.
And he says for Arnie, Chad Lindbergh as Jesse he wants to replace. I could imagine the laughs watching him run away scared after losing at Race Wars. I'm not coming back. And saying the blessing at the cookout, as well as rambling off the car parts in various scenes.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Be a good one. I'd be down, man. Bob, where would you stick Arnie in this flick?
I would make him Ted Levine.
Where the sun don't shine.
Ted Levine?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's the
cop. Oh, that's right.
O'Connor's boss.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good one. He'd be great at that. I want the same facial hair, though, on him.
Absolutely. You got to have the mustache and the sideburns.
Good stuff. All right, how about we start giving out some awards, you guys? And let's start with the most prestigious award we give out. It's the Will Patton Award for Intensity.
You want a war? I'll give you a war!
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night! And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure
They remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you do with a gun in space?
It's what we're not hearing it. Yeah, no, the kids table doesn't have headphones.
A moment of prayer.
Jamming. All right, Bobby says, Bobby Rowland goes, Matt Schultz as Vince. He was on edge and intense in almost every scene. He stayed angry and irritable throughout the film. That's one vote. Clint, who you got?
I know he's in it a lot more too, but we kind of got rid of that. But I think Vin Diesel in this one is intense as hell, from the just kind of sitting there brooding in the opening shots in the diner to I never knocked on nobody to I'm not running. I mean,
That's true.
I think
That's a good. I think that's a good pick, man. Let's see. We got Josh here, and Josh says, Vince, that dude was dialed in and pumped the whole time, even when he did his high pitched cha cha chas line to Mia, and he never trusted Brian. He was always trying to start crap with him. So that's 2 votes for Vince, 1 for Dom so far. As we head over to Curt, Mummer.
Mine's also Dom.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Patrons versus hosts right now.
I liked Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
Man, he just. I feel like this is what made him to me a star. I know there's probably other movies that he's been just as good in, but
that breakdancing video that he did was pretty amazing.
that was spot on.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is kind of what did it for me. So
all right, I respect that. We got Mega Intensity. He says Vin Diesel. All right, he's pulled ahead 3-2. You can't say the man was not intense from start to finish. Add a little character development, and you have a smoldering criminal you wanted to see get away with it. Smoldering. I think
10 times.
Mega Intensity was really like
dad
what was
was
happening
smoldering.
over there. All right.
His dad was smoldering.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Bob, who you got for Will Patton?
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
What?
Love it. No
He thought the
explanation.
tuna
needed.
was good there.
He did.
you looking
His
at?
baby blue eyes
What
was
you-
intense.
Hold on, what are you looking at?
What are you looking at, Joe?
I don't know.
hey, you knew it was him in that SWAT uniform.
That's right. Oh yeah, he put that helmet on. You're like, oh,
That's
okay,
Paul
Brian.
Walker.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah,
Brian Earl's
you and your
there?
blue eyes.
Yeah.
Your big, beautiful blue eyes. I mean,
He shot a guy into a wall, so mad respect.
True, it's true.
Yeah.
John Seymour says Matt Schultz as Vince. So look at this, 3-3 now. With, the guy was fully intense. Whatever scene he did, his performance made me feel like he truly hated Paul Walker's character. He was the only character in the movie where I thought he was all in. Also, as a bonus, when he tells Mia what restaurant he's talking about, and then Paul's able to take her there, was massive beta cuck energy, and it was amazing. LOL. So
nice.
3-3 right now. Joe, who you got, man?
Oh, Dom.
Dom.
I'm going Dom.
Man, almost across the
I was
board.
close though. I mean,
Close to who? Going Vince?
Vince. Yeah.
So
it was.
okay.
I don't
It was
think it's
close.
a wrong answer. Mine's right, but that's not a wrong
Yeah,
answer.
I got
What?
you.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
I'm
argue
saying
against me.
These guys are not wrong.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't arguing. Why do you always think I'm arguing?
you looked
with
at
you?
me.
I'm going to kill you.
It's still tied 4-4. Look at this. My Will Patton has to go to Vince. Throughout the movie, I believed he hated Paul Walker and played every scene as intense as he could. So it's 4-4 with my last vote.
Uh-oh.
So I will break the tie. I wasn't going to. I was actually going to go Paul Walker, Bob, the whole time. That scene where he calls in the helicopter while Dom's staring at him, and
that's really
like
cool.
a bunch of other scenes like that, right? And he's afraid for his life, and he's trying to. I thought he did a great job. The only scene he was a little bit corny in was the first street racing scene where he's like, "Hello, fellow criminals." It's a little bit goofy, but I thought he did great.
Mm-hmm. When he's trying to confess why he's sneaking around and all that stuff, and
But not to go against the patrons who all pretty much went Vince, and almost all the hosts went Dom. I got to go with my boys here, guys. So I'm sorry. I'm going Dom.
there you go.
Not that Vince wasn't intense.
Family.
But
Yep.
Tom
Exactly. BMR family.
that's right. So that means that
Your
Vin,
vote will change further down the series.
Vin Diesel is going to win the Will Patton Award for the first Fast and the Furious. We'll see how many Vin Diesel racks up.
Right.
Once the Rock starts getting in there.
I mean, how many of them are there now? 11?
10?
10.
11?
There's gonna be 11 next year. Well, the last one comes out next year.
Yeah, it's 10 part 2, but yeah.
The next award we give out
At 11.
is the award for the worst acting performance in the movie. It's the Steven Seagal, the worst actor of all time. That's why we named it after him. The Steven Seagal Trash Can Full of Dirt Award.
Trash can, oh trash can, it's a trash can full of dirt, yeah.
Love never dies, and neither do they. Love is eternal, and that's a long time.
It's a long time.
It was 1.5 minutes, quarter mile. And that's a long time.
That's a lot.
That first one was.
Steven Seagal's like a fisher in my butthole.
Okay, nice. Very colorful.
Like
Like a fisher?
Yeah, like a cut in your butt. You're cutting your rectum.
Like a
Fisher.
A fissure. A fissure.
Yeah, fissure.
fisher.
Sorry.
Fisher. I thought you were talking
I
about
thought you meant like a guy that's like out
a rectum cut.
on a
Like Mr. Popeil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a really big
Little
crap
bass
that rips your
fisherman.
He was
butthole.
a fissure.
hanging out the edge of your rectum hole,
Yep.
fishing the old fish hole.
Yeah.
that was a great reference.
Nice.
Thank God I'm not gay.
Okay, sorry. No one's going to get that unless you're a
No,
certain
just
age.
me and you apparently.
Certain age will get it. All right. Bobby Rowland for the trash
Pocket
can.
fisherman guy.
That's right, yeah. Says Johnny Strong as Leon. I don't think it was completely on the actor. He was just lost in every scene among a large group of other actors. He never really had a memorable moment in the movie. So first vote for Bobby is for Leon. Clint, who is the trash can?
Man, that's it's hard for me to distinguish between the characters I hated and the.
Yeah, I know it's hard. Who just was the worst
performance
actor?
was just bad. Like I liked Jesse's character. I didn't like the acting on it, but I think it was supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one. I'm gonna say Jesse though, but
All right. That's well within your right to do it. You know, it's hard. Most of the performances in this movie were pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one. Sometimes this is a very easy award to give away. But let's see what Joshua had to say here. He said, Johnny Tran, definitely the leader of the. Is this an okay thing to say?
Probably not.
Okay. The leader of this gang wearing leather pants. He was awful. I never believed he was an intimidating gang leader the entire movie, starting with his first scene and the way he delicately took off his helmet so he didn't mess up his hair like a little bitch. It was so lame. Watching him shake down Harry for the engines. Kiss my shoes? Kiss my ass. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And trying to waterboard him with oil was so annoying. We know you like cars, dude. You could also just hit him with a wrench, and that would have annoyed me as much. Dude sucks. I like Josh's passion here.
Yeah.
Please, if people, when you write awards, could bring that kind of passion, have a very, very firm planted flag like that, would be great. I don't know what. My words were just not coming out correctly there. Curt?
It was between Jesse and a bad guy number 4. I don't know who the other guy was. The guy that was helping out with Toretto's gang.
Yeah.
I just don't remember him. Not Vince. Obviously, the only other one that was in there that
blue.
He drove the blue car.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny
Anyway.
Strong, Leon.
Is
that
that,
Leon?
is that who Leon was?
Yeah, Johnny Strong.
But I feel like Jesse because I feel like I didn't connect with him.
Okay.
I felt like, you were supposed to feel for him at the end of the movie, and you're like,
I told you it was.
that guy died. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't sad about
That's a
it.
great point. Did anyone care that Jesse got killed?
I didn't care
So
at all.
I didn't feel anything.
No, because he
for it.
drove over with a goddamn car. You made a bet. You lost. You pumped me up, man.
And I feel like that's the one moment where you're supposed to be like, yeah, get these bastards.
Right.
And I just didn't feel it. So I'm going to go
All
with Jesse.
That's valid, man. And then we've got Mega Intensity says, this was tough, but going with side characters, not a throwaway vote. I'll say Vince. Ooh. Not saying he was bad, but his character had no impact on what happened. And you could have gotten any actor to be a paranoid douche and it would be the same. Again, it's not for the character that had no impact. It's for who was bad. And he says he's not bad. So that's not a valid vote for a trash can.
Contradiction of terms.
Yes. Who was the worst actor?
Yep.
Bob.
Not the worst character.
Yeah. Or useless character.
Yeah.
Bob.
Trash can.
Trash can?
Yeah.
Trash can.
Trash can. I'm going to have to go with your Monica.
Monica.
Mm-hmm.
Monica. She was bad.
Monica.
Get away from me. You didn't win.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what she said. What was the exact quote?
Can I say the exact quote? That's right. Nah, that's a good pick, Bob.
You shut up.
Yeah.
John Seymour says Paul Walker. His acting is drier than a saltine-fueled fart. I'm honestly surprised his career didn't.
I like that.
John, every one of John Seymour's has been fantastic, dude. You can do awards whenever you want. I'm honestly surprised his career didn't crash and burn after all these moves.
Go f yourself.
Too soon.
Dude,
Too soon.
Why'd you do that to me? I just praised you, John.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just praised you.
Soon.
You're a saltine fart. What's his name?
John Seymour.
John Seymour
is a saltine-fueled fart.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Crash and burn. What a dick.
I usually try to be nice to patrons. I'm not even going to be nice.
I'm not going to be nice to that patron.
No.
I had enough of these patrons.
I know we joke around. Maybe I'm being too harsh. We joke around about a lot of dumb stuff on here, like whatever.
But that's where you draw the line.
I got to draw the line at making fun of Paul Walker burning up and dying.
Yeah, that's a crap thing.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you knew it was going to come up, though.
Jake Lloyd and Paul Walker's death are off the table, you sick flippers.
Yeah. Joe, who's your trash? I'm sorry, John, because literally you're so good at this. But
yeah, I got to follow this now.
Yeah, thanks. Go ahead, Joe.
I had a couple different choices. You were going to be mad because I'm probably going to pick the guy that you like the most. But definitely he's going to go with...
I learned, don't tell James what he likes.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Don't do it.
Do you want me to make an apology?
No, I just want you to give your pick.
Definitely Hulk Hogan with Stand with Muscles.
Oh, dang it.
I didn't forget this time, guys.
I appreciate it.
I didn't forget. He will always be the worst. It's Steven Seagal, then Hulk Hogan Stand with Muscles.
Someday we're going to find you a performance you hate more. I guarantee you.
Can't wait.
Not today.
Because then all three will be
Not
mentioned.
today.
Have you watched Jerry Lewis in Slapstick of Another Kind?
I was not on that one. I can't say. I wasn't there.
One of these days, we'll see.
It's between Jesse and Edwin. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna go Edwin. Ja Rule.
One of the things Edwin knows is, though.
Ja Rule taught Paul Walker how to drive.
No,
right? He gave him all the information.
Solid advice.
Yes.
Worst actor.
Almost had a
worst actor. Ja Rule is not an actor.
All right, I think.
Well, yeah, he is, but he's not my favorite actor. I'll say that.
So far, is Leon the only one with 2 votes? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Jesse. I think
Jesse
has 2. Jesse has 2. Jesse's the only one with 2. Yeah. That's it. Leon didn't get a second one.
I think he did.
Ryan Doherty says, I'm giving my trash can to Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh,
what?
Her eyebrow thing she did the entire movie was annoying and stupid. Her trying to be tough was so flat and demanding. Vin Diesel do stuff for her wasn't convincing. Honorable mention to the truck driver at the beginning who no-sells it when the team shoots the grappling hook into his truck. That's valid, Ryan. We talked about that, man.
Points
for sure.
for that. Yeah.
Points for that. So I think unless I tie it up here, it's going to be Jesse. I'm not. I thought it was the FBI guy. I thought he sucked. We have 36 hours, man. It's going to be messing around in here.
I don't know.
I thought he was just bleh.
I loved his line with the whole, you want time, buy a magazine.
Even that didn't land for me. So
what? It's like one of the best lines of the movie.
Time's a magazine. I forgot.
Yeah.
Who buys magazines?
I guess that means with literally 2 votes, Jesse is going to win.
Yes.
The trash can.
I do believe Leon was
This is stupid. I want to recount.
Then I change my vote to Jesse, and he wins.
Either way.
I demand a recount.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Sorry, these are safe and fair.
The next award we got to give out is to somebody that had a small role in the movie, but you know what? Did a lot with their small part, with the few minutes of screen time that they had, right? Who was the unsung hero of the film? Let's go.
You know, every place you go, there's always someone who thinks he's a badass, right? Then there are those few who are. Are you some kind of a badass karate boy?
Yeah. I mean, there was a movie where Ja Rule was a badass karate boy, but this was not it. So we're going to get things kicked off here with Bobby Rowland, and he says Ja Rule as Edwin. The way he screams, Monica, no, as he was past her in the race, and the scene directly after when Monica disses him with his F you then while everyone laughs at them. There are a couple of memorable scenes for a character who isn't in the movie for very long. So that's one vote for Ja Rule.
Paul Walker's boss.
Oh, yeah, the guy from the store.
Yeah, you going native on? No, not Harry. You going native
talking about the cop? I thought you were talking about the cop boss. Yeah,
cop boss.
He's good too.
I like him.
That's Levine, right?
Yep, Ted.
Ted Levine, yeah.
Sergeant
that's
Tanner.
a good pick. That's a good pick. He's good.
Yeah, Tanner. That was his name in the movie.
Joshua says Ted Levine is Sergeant Tanner. So second vote for Tanner. Arguably the best actor in the movie, and he was dialed in. I really felt he had Brian's back. He stood up for him with the FBI, de-escalated the fight about me in the trailer, and was the one who gave it to Brian straight about Dom being one of the hijack. The one behind the hijack.
Shit about not getting a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yep.
He says no. He's like, give me one anyway. He's like, no.
Ordering some lattes.
That's right.
Like a boss.
So right now we got 2 for Levine, 1 for Ja Rule. Kurt, who's your unsung hero of the movie?
I'm going with Ja Rule. I would have loved to have seen him team up, get rid of Jesse, and just had him in his place.
I'm telling you, man.
Like, why? He would have been great. And even if he was just in this one movie
right,
and died at the end, like, total justice, right? Like, great. At
Justice
least
for Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And then
like next year when you can get a better rapper, replace him with Ludacris.
Yeah, whatever.
So.
But like, he would have been great. He would have been great throughout the rest of the movie. I would have liked to have seen him with a bigger part.
I'm with you, man. All right, so it's 2-2 right now. And heading over here to Mega Intensity, he says, I got to go Letty on this one. She had one movie to earn a spot in the family or become a side character and decided to become a badass instead. If it's ineligible, no, I think she's not in it not that much in this one. So I'll give you Michelle Rodriguez on that one. Absolutely. Bob, who's your unsung hero?
Rick Yoon. Johnny.
Rick Yoon as Johnny Tran.
Yep, big Rick Yoon fan.
He comes back in a later movie?
In the Fast series?
Yeah.
No, he's dead.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Yeah.
Okay, because there wasn't a guy that got killed and came back, if I remember right.
No, they start doing that nonsense in like Fast 8.
Okay. All right. I've only seen like 4 of the Fast movies. I don't remember which ones, and all out of order, so that's why it's all kind of fuzzy to me.
Do you want to know how many Fast and Furious movies I've seen?
How many?
1.
This one?
Yep.
Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. Let's see who the next one is. We got Jonathan Seymour, and he's coming back to redeem himself. Hector. Guy was just there to race cars and have hot girls ride his mustache. See? All right. That was much better, John.
Okay.
Much better.
Okay.
Or riding his car.
Oh, that too.
Or that too. All right. First vote for Hector. I thought he was good too.
Yep.
I was surprised. I thought Hector was going to come over and mess.
Hector is Hector in every damn thing, too.
Yeah. Joe, who's your unsung hero?
I'm going to go with Hector. I like Hector too.
Hey.
I liked Hector.
That's a tie. Now we got a 3-way tie.
I've seen that guy in a lot of movies, and I always enjoy his character. I really loved him in Bruce Almighty when the monkey goes up his butt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Training Day?
Training Day. Oh, my God. He was
I mean, I've seen mine. I want to see yours. Right?
Yeah.
His pistol and all. Oh, dude, it's so good.
So he's my unsung hero.
All right. So we got 2 for Edwin, 2 for Levine, 2 for Hector as we head over and see what Ryan Doherty has to say. And he says it goes to Monica. Her delivery and everyone's reaction was fantastic and hilarious, which means it falls to me. And boys, I think you know where I'm going.
I hope I know where you're going.
Come on.
I'm going to shoot my vote like a Ja Rule missile straight up into the air. And we're saying Ja Rule for now and all time and forever. Ja frickin' Rule.
Do I stand up?
Because it's a missile going into the air.
Oh, okay. I don't stand up for this one, do I?
It's like watching fireworks, man.
Okay.
You can't with the right hand.
What did I say? I said it was going up in the air.
Not.
I was a pointer finger. All right. Anyway, Ja Rule wins. All right, it's time. We finally got here.
Time for what?
To land the plane.
To go home?
Because we've made a lot of fun of this movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you guys actually think about it. If it's good, if it's bad, if it's a bad movie that rules, if it's a good movie that sucks. We're going to find out right now. Final ratings time. All right. This whole time, it's been the patrons are on a different page than us, it seems like.
Yeah.
So patrons versus hosts for some reason in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a race war.
It's kind of like a race war. And so we're going to start things off with Bobby Rowland. And he says,
superior race?
no. Final rating. The Fast and the Furious is a bad movie that rules. And that's literally all he says. Short and sweet. I love it. Love the show, guys. Thanks for letting me be a part of the award ceremony. Keep up the good work. But Sweet D and Sugar Teas, you're welcome to do awards anytime, man. But that's our first BMR right out the gate. Where are you at, sir?
I respect somebody calling this movie a bad movie that rules. I really do. I just don't agree with it. This is a good goddamn movie. I love it. This is a good movie that rules, and it's a travesty that it's on our show. However, I am happy that the critics suck because it gives us the opportunity to talk about it. I love this movie. Always have. There's, like I said, if you're going to go and sit down and be that dick and pick apart a movie, and I enjoy doing that. It's why I do it, because I love doing that.
Yeah.
That adds to the entertainment even more. But it's a good movie. It's entertaining. Nice. It may not be realistic, but how many movies truly are realistic?
Yeah, these don't need to be.
Not even all.
For sure. All right, we got Josh Brahman coming up next. And just to give you, I just want to, now that I've had a chance to absorb it, look and tell you guys, he had this idea for a new award called the Guy That Needs to Stop Going With Their Gut Instincts Award, to give it to Dom Toretto, because he has all these bullet points of everyone told him not to trust Brian, and everyone told him not to hijack the final truck. And Dom tries to get Brian fired and fails. Like, probably all these ways Brian or Dom should have listened and stopped and didn't, and gives me a few examples from other movies we've covered of people from the same award. So I like the creativity, man. Yeah. But here's what his final rating is. Bad movie that rules. It's Point Break in Cars. I was 18 when this came out, and it blew my mind.
Yes.
Shot well. You could feel the movie is set in the summer. You feel the heat the whole movie, and everyone's always sweaty. After this came out, tons of people had spoilers put on their cars.
Tons.
Thousands. Yes. They didn't even know what they were for. They just wanted to look like they were going to race wars. But there's some issues with it. Like, how did Brian know where and when the first street race was? It's not a pickup basketball game. It's underground racing. They would not have let Brian race in that first race. He didn't know anyone there. No one could vouch for him. He didn't have any cash.
He worked at the race shop, and he put up a car against $6,000.
There you go. Yep. They would have kicked his ass and left him for dead on the curb. Damn. Their method for hijacking the truck was ridiculous. The truck drivers kept driving straight at the same speed. I know, man. It's so stupid. I don't care about the issues. This movie rocks, and we'll definitely watch it 200 more times. Another bad movie that rules. So we got 2 BMRs and 1 good movie straight up from Clint. Curt?
These aren't my typical movies. So,
you mean like you watch more like janitor movies?
Yeah, I watch a lot of janitor movies. I really like Stanley Spadowski. But my thing is with this movie, I love this movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah?
I'll watch it over and over and over. This is what Need for Speed should have been. This made me run out and start buying Need for Speed games.
Wow.
When Need for Speed Underground 2 came out, I made the orange Supra that was in this movie and raced it around the city.
Wow.
I love this movie. Right. Good movie.
So like I said, it's been the patrons versus the host.
Yep.
We have the patrons all going BMRs. All right, man, I'm down. Mega Intensity said, overall, this franchise is a guilty pleasure for me. And while not all of them are good, they are fun and embrace the chaos they created. I will say this one in particular is a good movie, full stop. Oh, first one from the patrons. Going back on the rewatch, it has a good story with cool shots and stunts that are more down to earth. Here's to another good year with the BMR crew. Can't wait to do more awards with you guys. Yeah, can't wait to have you back also, man. Thank you. And you're right. This was out of the Fast franchise as realistic as it would ever be.
They did. The majority of these stunts were practical.
Yes.
It was a lot less just...
But down the road, it becomes a cartoon.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it
gets crazy. Shifts. It becomes Hot Wheels movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bob, final rating of Fast and the Furious.
Good movie.
Full stop.
Full stop.
I didn't know you loved this movie. I didn't know you were a Fast guy.
Oh, I love Fast. I love the franchise.
Oh, he's a Fast guy.
I'm a Fast guy. I love all the ridiculousness of it.
Even the cartoony ones.
Even the cartoony ones. They're fun.
All right.
Take them for what they are. They're
I respect
fun.
it.
And we don't get the best villain until Fast 10.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on.
Jason Momoa is the series' best villain.
Gay Aquaman is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm serious.
Don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen it.
Not gonna spoil it for you. It's great. It's a fun series.
All right.
Take it for what it is.
I feel you, brother.
This movie though was full of spoilers.
Yes.
Woo! That gets 15, 20, 30 votes right there.
Saying you all right, so here we're back at John Seymour here. Saying you like this movie because of how realistic it is and that you're a car guy is the equivalent of saying that the show Top Gear is fake and that you drink puddle water. Between the cheesy acting and the shitty yet cool animations of Nas flowing through cars, and the fact that the franchise went from stealing Panasonic TVs with a built-in VCR to saving the frickin' world has me genuinely thinking whoever made these movies was on more cocaine than the entire 90s WWE lineup.
Facts.
That being said,
at the time.
I'll watch this movie movie every time it's on due to the nostalgia it gives me. This is a bad movie that rules. So 3 out of the 4 patrons so far have gone BMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every host has said good movie so far.
Yeah.
And we're to Joe.
You looking at me?
Yes, sir.
Breaking the tie.
It's a ridiculous movie.
100%.
Shifting more times than necessary. The pronunciation of the word nos. Screw it. I had all this long speech, but I'm just going to go good movie that rules. Because I like it. It's fun.
Cargo fast.
Well, thank you for sparing us.
And I'm glad I'm on this.
Cargo fast.
I'm really glad I'm on this show.
Stunt's good. Cargo fast.
If you're not, I am. I'm
Cargo
glad you're on
pants.
this
Good
show.
times.
Green car, go fast. Me like.
Me like lights.
Big
Lights
boobs.
bright.
Michelle Rodriguez
Boobs nice.
Oops.
like to play
Tanning
with
bed,
pee-pee.
great.
That's right.
Me like Paul Walker.
Ryan Doherty says, this is a good movie. Rewatching it all these years later, even though I know what happens, I still felt anxious in that final race with the train. They should have stopped with this one. Wow, he must not like the others. All the best. Ryan D. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Everybody here said good movie. Every single one of y'all think this is a good movie.
Yep.
Not ridiculous.
Oh,
not
it's ridiculous.
Cheesy and soap opera.
But it's great.
And full
is
of
our- this
nonsense.
was our
We're in for it.
This was our Roadhouse when I was a kid.
I got you. Okay. All right. It has some definite charm as a cheeseball movie. Way better than Need for Speed.
Sure.
Way better than Torque. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Oh, Torque with Martin Henderson and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Turbo?
Matt Schultz is in that movie too.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I have to go on a curve here
No, you
because
don't.
I have to go based on all the other movies we've reviewed because it's like I can't sit here and because we're eventually stacking them against each other really as we go through this process of cataloging all of this garbage, and compared to everything else we've watched, I think this is a good movie straight up.
There you go.
I don't think I'm as firmly there as you guys all are. You were like, "Oh, this is obviously a good movie." Well, it's not bad. It's too well made. It's too well done, well acted, well shot. I mean, a couple shaky cam stuff where I'm like, stop that. But this is a good movie, and the fact that critics have it rotten is dumb. This is dumb. It's too good.
Well, Roadhouse was rotten.
That's also dumb.
Why do you make a movie rotten like this? That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Like I can understand even if you don't, it's not your thing.
Right.
Then you just refrain, right?
Right.
Popcorn meter never lies.
Never ever. Always trust the audience score, guys.
Yeah.
For the most part.
That's how you know if it's a good movie.
For the most
audience
part.
likes it.
I mean, it's not 100% accurate, but mostly it's. I put more stock in it. Than the other one.
Mostly. They always come out tonight.
IMDb score and
Mostly.
popcorn meter.
Yeah. We got to move on to greener pastures.
Thank you.
And then in this case, probably browner pastures because this is pretty well loved above everybody. So I don't know if it's going to get greener from here, but probably deader. The movie we're talking about next week is our patron winner from the vote this month, which is Vegas Vacation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The fourth of the
Got any
National
damn
Lampoon.
bait?
Classic.
The worst of the four. Traditionally thought of as the worst of the four, I'm assuming. But I've only seen it once, and it was so long ago, I remember almost nothing.
But there's such a high ceiling to be the worst of something so amazing. It's still good.
I would say European Vacation is the worst of
Is
the
it?
series. European
Picking a
Vacation?
poke? Oh, come on.
There's a
They're
line
all fun movies, but I would say if I had to pick one, I would say
Yeah.
European Vacation.
From
I mean,
Vegas?
Christmas Vacation is number one.
Okay. Well, yeah, clearly.
Then obviously,
OG Vacation.
There's a line
Solid
yeah,
second.
solid second. And then I would say
Sorry,
Vegas.
Moose Outside should have told you. Yeah.
Vegas Vacation's
So
fun.
there's still a line from Vegas Vacation that you.
I use the whole thing where if I go in a casino or something like that, I'm just going to give you $100. You kick me in the nuts and I'll go home.
Oh, nice. The only thing I remember from the movie is him going to the casino where you're playing like rock, paper, scissors. And,
It's like, guess what number?
guess what number?
7, 3. Damn.
Yeah.
Such a scam.
That's the only one I
Such a guy
remember.
could change the number in his head at any time.
Yeah. So that'll be next week. So join us. We'll be here to talk Vegas Vacation. It'll be a whole lot of fun. And otherwise, I just want to say thank you for listening to us rip through Fast and the Furious. Clint?
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for
I
having
know
me.
you've been wanting to do Fast and the Furious for
All
a
of them.
long time.
Well, I'm with
So-
Joe. We do them all tonight.
We got to get them. Got to get through them. Kurt, thank you also for
Thank
being
you.
here.
I'm excited to be here for these ones.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun
Get
to
to
do
watch
more.
all 12 of them or 10 of them?
Right.
How are they numbered?
At some point.
Don't you dare point at me.
Thank you also for being here, Joe. And Bob, thanks for coming in midstream like a surprise entrance in a wrestling match, right?
Absolutely.
Just came down.
Oh my God, that's Bob Hauser!
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh God!
That's gotta be Kane. I'll be kid tabling all throughout the entire series.
Yeah, nothing
we need
happened
some
at the
intro
baby
music for him.
Yeah, well, he does. He has the. Oh no, that's not it.
That's not it.
He's got the. This is his intro thing.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser.
Well, yeah, but like next time he comes in, I feel like there should have had some kind of like intro music for anybody who comes in.
Bob.
All right.
Except that was Joe.
Is here.
That's right.
Is here.
All right, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Me like it, green car, go fast. Me push a button and the blue juice goes boom.
Did you say blue chew or blue juice? Yeah, I just said blue chew. I'm sorry for.
Bob, why are you always thinking about Blue Chew? Like, always.
I'm trying to get a sponsor. I'm doing everything.
Nobody mentions it every day by accident.
I need to last longer, damn it. I want to be Dominic Toretto. I want to know what it feels like to be a man.
Bob lives his life a quarter minute at a time.
I can't. Women don't like that.